I'm disappointed.
In who? Or in what?
In the world.
Oh, how so?
Early June, ever since I can remember, was always the time of like E3 and video game announcements. And now today is the 9th of June and there is nothing that interests me.
Isn't there an announcement right now?
The Microsoft
Xbox
conference is happening right now, but I don't care. That's part of my problem.
I guess
Happy
that is fair.
Sunday, everybody. Hello, Psycho. How are you doing? How are you all? I've actually tried to like scroll through all the things that have been announced since I think technically the Summer Games Fest stuff started on Saturday. I mean, we now know that Slay the Princess, the Pristine Cut, is coming out later this year. Now we know it's like fall. If they announced the date, I already forgot that. So we need to replay that. They added a new ending.
Oh, okay.
And I want to see that.
The statue in the collector's edition that's been announced looks nice.
Yeah, where's the collector's edition for PC, huh?
Are there really collector's editions for PC?
Not enough. Usually it's for console releases.
I don't really recall seeing any.
Baldur's Gate 3 had one.
Wasn't that? But that was a digital one.
Wait, what? For Slay the Princess? Yes, there is together with the release of the Pristine Cut, there's going to be a collector's edition for PS5 and Switch, with a statue and a bunch of other cool things, which I'm not going to buy because I'll keep playing on the PC. But you know.
Yeah, but depending on the price, I might even consider buying it.
Double dipping, huh? What are you, made of money?
Take it.
Take my princess money. Like, it's
I'll
cool
save
for
just for that.
everybody that doesn't have the game yet and wants to get like this, but I'm not gonna buy a PlayStation 5 for this, and I don't want to play that game on the Switch. I mean, I could, but I don't want to. And other than that, Skate is still being worked on. That's great.
You're waiting for that?
Yeah, and I feel like I've been waiting for that for like 15 years now. So, what's another, however long that takes?
Hot.
Other than that, there was Mighty Morphin Power Rangers Rita's Rewind. That looked cool.
Doesn't seem that interesting.
It's a 2D, like 32-bit looking beat 'em up game. That looked cool.
Statue looks sick, yes. I was thinking of buying it just for that.
Does.
Also, Evie, congratulations on being second and being first. Straight
you worked
after.
your way up. Nice. How are you doing? Happy Sunday. But other than that, like...
For this year, there's only one game that I'm waiting for. And that's, I already forgot the name actually. 9 Rip, I guess you pronounce it, for the Switch.
Yes.
That doesn't even have a release date yet, besides this year.
Allegedly 2024, yes.
It says this year. I'll wait for it. I want to play that. Other than that, there isn't anything really. With $200,
I didn't even check the price tag.
The collector's edition is going to be $200.
It comes with a statue, which looks pretty cool.
It's probably going to be cheap if you just want that, like me probably. It's probably going to be cheaper.
To what?
To just buy
the statue off of eBay when somebody has bought the collector's edition but put the thing on eBay? I don't know. I think you might actually pay way more. Depending on how many collector's editions they're making.
There is no way they're gonna make that. We're currently talking about the collector's edition of Slay the Princess, but if you mean which game I'm looking forward to, it's that one. 9 Rip, I guess. It's a Otome, I believe. But it seemed like a lot of fun and I'm gonna play the shit out of it the moment it's out.
It combines all the things Tifa loves. Visual novels, thirsting after boys, and death.
Yeah, I think it's like a horror setting. I was actually thinking, like,
I was waiting for a rebuttal, like, no, that's not true. I play them for the gripping vocabulary.
Yes. I heard
used all the fancy words.
No, I heard this one has the small words. That's why I'm going for it.
Oh, because like the whole name is also like 7 characters, including the space. Fair enough. Yeah, see. To each their own, but...
No, but seriously, I do not believe it's going to be $200.
Yes.
What is all in that again? Like, look, get...
I wanted to open the page, Tifa, but Gematsu, the site I usually frequent, is experiencing issues right now. It doesn't open.
Well, open another page.
What do you mean, open another page?
Just Google it. I'll Google it.
You Google it.
I'll Google it then.
Imagine being surrounded by technological devices, all of which are connected to the internet and not using them.
Slay the Princess Collector's Edition.
Yes. Not as easy as I make it look, huh?
What's all in it? Hey!
So, you get, of course, the game with new content totaling 35% more gameplay. That's pretty nice for a collector's edition. Or for a... not deluxe edition, but for a director's cut.
More gameplay, as in...
They added a lot of content to the game. They fleshed it out even more.
Sure.
And new art, cool. New voice lines, cool. Collector's edition, here we go. A gorgeous 17 centimeter princess statue.
That really did look gorgeous.
Yeah. A knife emblem bookmark. A stabby princess acrylic standee, which looked pretty cute. Reflective, it would be way nice if I could show you, but even the website we now have open on Tifa's phone doesn't have pictures.
It's just text.
The internet sucks today. I'm sorry. I wish I could show you. A reflective lenticular and mirror sticker sheet style after the game's mirrors. I don't know what these words mean.
A what? Reflective?
What I just said. A severed arm enamel pin, so your princess is never far away. I remember that part. And a black and white illusion keychain with differing images. You get a whole bunch of stuff that you normally wouldn't get unless you make it yourself, basically.
That is true. There is quite a bit in the box.
Yeah, that's also what people say about me.
But now the arting loaded. But the only thing
She didn't listen, it's fine. Nothing.
The only thing I'd really be interested in is...
I just said one of the funniest things ever and you were like...
Well, I asked you to repeat it. If it's the funniest thing ever, it will do if you repeat it straight away because it's so funny.
But then you have to repeat your line. Yeah, exactly. The moment is dead, Tifa. The joke is dead. There's no way to bring it back.
If it's the funniest thing ever, it can't die out that fast. I just forgot my line.
Yeah, watch for VOD.
Okay, well, we'll repeat this on Tuesday.
This is how we're gonna have our interpersonal communications from now on. One of us says something while it's being recorded and then tells the other, just go to minute 9.5 on Tuesday's stream. Something like that.
I haven't decided whether to play Slay the Princess yet. You guys played it? What do you think?
I think you should definitely play it.
Really enjoyed it. I really think you should play it as well.
Yes.
It was quite fun.
Were you there when we played it? Did you watch the stream of a VOD? Because if you have, you already know the premise. And I want to know like how much to like give away. I skipped on purpose. Okay, fair enough, and I'll keep it as spoiler-free as possible. If you've read like the description of a Steam page, you already know what you're getting into. Because of the nature of the game, it might seem like there's a lot of repetition, which to me was like, I don't think I will like this. I loved it. So even the things I thought were going to be the worst that would put me off worked so well that I enjoyed them. And
it just kept getting better and better. Also a bit confusing.
And lots of big words.
Lots of big words.
The deeper you get into it, more and more big words.
Yeah. Like it gets bigger and bigger the longer you play. But it was definitely worth it. But yeah, I also am not sure if I'm willing to drop that money just for the statue, but I think I might definitely look for the single price for that.
What do you mean single price?
There's someone who's gonna sell only that.
For 250, yeah. That's what I would do.
Nah. Or if it's gonna be a really good sale in the store. Sometimes.
Oh, like when we bought, what was it called? Raincoat.
Yeah, exactly.
Where we got free games for the price of less than the collector's edition.
Exactly. I mean, that was a good deal.
Yeah.
If it's something like that, I will 100% buy it.
It's a game-only version of the DLC? Yeah, just buy the game. The director's cut, the pristine cut as they call it, that just comes as a free update for the game.
Yeah.
At least that's what they said so far.
So all you need is the game itself, and that you just don't get the items or that.
Like the physical ones.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. You can buy the game already if you want, and then you will just have more when they release it. Also, one last thing about whether I would recommend the game. It was so good, I'm willing to replay it this year when the update drops. So like soon, not like at some point in a few years. Because like I want to see this. And I didn't think I would feel that way about it.
That we can do. We also still have, I think, one ending left anyway.
There was. I looked it up. There were 3 endings. We got 2 of them.
I think we got 2, yeah.
So there's one ending we didn't get in the base game, and they said they're gonna add at least 1 more. I think I already put the thing away. So yes,
we can.
We'll be there again somewhere this year, whenever it comes out.
We can definitely have a look.
I want to say it was October, but again, close the page. I have to decide if I want to play myself or watch you stream it. The beauty is, because of how the game works, there's a chance you could watch us stream, and when you play, you see things we didn't get to see, and vice versa.
That is also
because
true.
I didn't like go into like too spoilery territory, but I looked up all the things like we didn't see from like a non-spoiler perspective, and I think we've seen like 20% of the game.
That could be, yeah.
It's very broad in that sense. Without going into spoilers, of course.
And besides, there's still a chance that even if it drops immediately, we're not gonna play it immediately, depending on what we're currently doing.
We have schedules to uphold.
We have schedules, and if it's already set in stone, we won't change it.
Exactly, because rules are rules.
Exactly. And if it's in November, we already got a plan for that.
Hey Tifa, I have a game in mind to end November with.
What?
I'm not gonna tell you now.
Oh, there was also a...
Sorry.
Oh, you might as well.
It's still like 5 months, but
there was also a game that was gonna drop. It has a super catchy song. I saw it on TikTok.
Bugsnax. I'm sorry. Let's talk about Bugsnax, or just the Bugsnax theme, whatever it's called, I forgot, is so catchy.
That is true.
I've watched people play the game. I really don't like the game, but the song is amazing.
No, that's true, but not as good as that one. And it's a horror-ish game from what I saw. I don't even know the name anymore, but it has a song that goes like, "There's a million different ways to die."
DMCA strike. Too close to the original.
I saved the game because the song, I think I even added into my playlist.
I think I will hate that.
Oh,
I will absolutely hate that. I don't know what.
Which other game did I mention for November? We even said like, oh, we're gonna play it, and then you were like, no, we're not gonna play it, and then I was like, well, I already said it now, and now we have to play it.
What? Now you've lost me.
My mind is like a squirrel lately.
I can write down which game I want to end November with.
Oh, that you can do. Like, it was a nut that I buried, and now I can't find where I buried it anymore.
Why am I getting out a pen? I'm in front of a computer. I can just type it here and then don't press send.
Oh. Well, why did you even type it there? He's actually typing stories in there.
I'm telling her why that particular game.
I mean, we can argue about it when it's there.
Depending on whether the microphone picked up the typing noise, by the way I typed, you can now try to figure out what game I was typing to Tifa. That's not how that works, I think.
Somehow, I do think it's possible.
I'm pretty sure some, like, insanely gifted person could do this. Oh, I don't remember if I'm like Mandela affecting myself for this to be real, or if it was like a plot device in a show or movie I watched. But there was this... No, it was a real thing on German television. Maybe you remember that, Psycho. So, here's the thing. We have the German version of Who Wants to Be a Millionaire? Wer wird Millionär? And if I recall this correctly, at some point a viewer reached out to the Who Wants to Be a Millionaire in Germany team and told them, you should really consider changing the dial tones that play when somebody uses the phone joker.
Oh, because each number
they
has
use
its own
the actual beeps from a phone. As in, they don't just go beep, 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 beep. They go beep, boop, beep, boop. Like actually pressing the numbers. And because I think this person is blind or was blind, but they know which sound is which number. So technically, if you know which sound they pressed when, you know every phone number of every contestant's phone joker ever used. Something like that.
That is not bad.
Like...
Data protection.
Amazing. Yeah, today that would be a lawsuit. And rightfully so, I don't want my phone number out there.
Yeah, I mean, but who even thinks of that?
I mean, a top tier November game is Higurashi.
But it doesn't count if we play it outside of November too.
Exactly. It's Nope May. It's now Nope June. It's like it's the year of Nope, I guess.
Speaking of Nope, like 5 minutes before stream, Jack somehow filed.
No, this needs to be prefaced. I am an adorable, caring, loving boyfriend. It doesn't necessarily seem like that when we're streaming. But I am. Carry on.
So precious. Like, decided to file my nails, and now it feels so weird.
I filed her nails.
That's what I said. I would never do that myself.
Tifa's nails are finally recovering. Look, nature is healing. There's like white stuff on top of her nails. Kind of. But with how Tifa's nails grow... Oh god, hand holding on stream. We're gonna get cancelled. Her nails grow like upwards and they grow like jagged. As if Tifa is some apex predator kind of material that doesn't have regular nails, but nails that are intended to make you bleed. And she did that yesterday accidentally almost to me when like...
You ran into my nails.
We were walking to the store and she went like, she moved and like her fingers went over my arm and I thought I was gonna bleed to death. That's no joke. I had stitches, you can't tell, it's already healed because of my body being great. But basically that, it really, really hurt. So before the stream, I quickly took a nail file and just quickly filed them round so that, you know, she is not a danger to anybody around her, including mostly me, because I'm selfish like that. And what was the point of this?
It feels unnatural now. And also, I can't say I see it different.
I'm sorry, but I clipped your wings, Tifa. But it's safer, trust me. So safe, in fact, I'm willing to do this on stream. Wait, do like this. Put your... Okay. So, no, not... It's not a duck, Tifa. That's really cute. No, please, put... Do like this. There. So, this is Tifa's real nails. This is my arm. I'm not gonna do it like this. No. No, it's... Do you see how she removes my skin? Like, does it actually get picked up by the camera? I don't... Ow!
You said it's not sharp.
Tifa, when you see the skin actually come off when you scratch somebody, that should tell you that it's sharp enough. It would have been worse if I didn't, trust me. Will that heal? Will it leave scars? Do you see that my skin is still like white and like yearning for relief?
That would be a pretty cool scar.
I shouldn't have done this. Ow! Stop it!
Fine.
The fun things you can do with your significant other.
Yeah, scratch him.
How about not?
Hey, it doesn't happen very often that I have nails.
Yes.
So I gotta use them.
Which is why I'm incredibly proud of you for not eating them and growing them out.
I only lost one so far.
How did you lose it?
It chipped.
And then?
And then I ripped it off.
For the longest time, like, I never bit my nails, ever. Even as a kid. Like, I remember, I don't know how old I was, watching TV and somebody on TV bit their nails and I tried it and it hurt my teeth.
You get used to that though.
Why would I do something that hurts my mouth on purpose? Don't answer that. You might have an answer to that. So I never did that. And then I met Tifa and then I realized and later on learned that she is a serious nail biter. And I always thought that people, when they like bite their nails, they eat the nail. Because where would it go? Like it's in your mouth, isn't it? But apparently you spit it out?
No one actually like swallows their nails. Also, you don't leave them in your mouth.
So it's like sunflower seeds.
You bite it and then you just like immediately take it.
And then you put it in your jar for later.
Yes.
To put into a patch of dirt to grow more hands. What?
I have known someone who kept his fingernails in a jar. Wait, what? No.
A warning would have been nice. What? No, now you have to like deliver. What?
Dark Lord, how you doing?
Hi Dark Lord, welcome into the best moment. What the fuck? To quote Evie.
It wasn't me. I just knew someone who had a jar with his toenails. And only his toenails. And I don't know why he kept them. I never asked. But
Did he show them to you?
Oh, I've seen it a few times. When I went into his room, it was a jar that he had in like this open closet sort of thing. We were colleagues, we lived in the same hotel, we would sometimes like go over at each other's place. He had a much nicer room than mine. I don't ask why you keep a jar with nails.
I'm scared, someone protect me. I would, but I'm too scared myself. Why would you keep your nail clippings? Gonna be honest, the pony jar is less weird somehow.
I think you'd be surprised.
I was thinking it, I didn't want to say it out loud because when I make people think of a pony jar and like... But fair point, yes.
I think you'd be surprised what people keep in a
also,
jar.
If you, right now, out there, you don't know what the pony jar is, don't Google it. And we will not tell you on stream either. And just trust us. You know how, like, when you were a kid, your parents wouldn't let you do certain things because they told you they know better? This is that moment. Just accept that ignorance is bliss.
Have to agree.
Yes.
Like, I know you also have people who keep like their boogers in a jar.
Wait, you know that people do that or you know people that do that?
No, I know that people do that.
Okay.
I once made a joke when I was a kid at my grandmother's place that I was gonna keep my boogers in a jar and give them to her after a year for her birthday. She smacked me so hard, I never thought of it again.
Listen, I'm against using violence to raise children. But I gotta admit it worked. In that one particular instance. I'm not saying it's good, don't get me wrong. But she didn't do it in the end.
Yeah, that's true.
Would there have been other ways to teach her the same lesson? Non-violently, which I would have approved of even more? Yes.
Probably not.
But... Okay.
No, I do remember that was an actual joke. Like, I remember the moment, I remember the slap, but that was an actual joke. I would not have made a booger jar.
So instead, when she did that, you also realized she wouldn't be happy with your spit out fingernail rippings.
Exactly. Yeah, but I don't know why you would keep them. I guess some sort of...
Is it safe to undo the banner now?
We have Google for this.
You're not going to Google that.
I'm going to Google that. Why would...
I want to put the banner down, but...
I'm logged in your account. Save your nails in a jar. Why I kept my nail clippings in a jar for 5 years.
No, Tifa, medium.com is
fine,
that's a scam. That's not a real website made by real people.
Why do people call me weird for collecting my toenails in a jar?
Are all of these posts from that person you knew back then?
Okay, people just do it.
I'm gonna ask you to put your phone away.
That
I'm gonna remove the
a...
banner and then we can try to move on. Does that sound good?
Oh, we can definitely try.
Alright. So, first of all, back to this for me. Literally swallowing the nails, the fingernails would hurt. You throw them out. Eating them would be weird. Yeah. Yes. Something like that.
Basically.
Yeah. But why would you...
You might swallow some by accident, but especially if you like rip them off in one piece, not really.
My problem is if like I've chipped my nails before because usually I let them grow a little bit too long and then they get like, you know, structurally weaker and then they get chipped. I've had nails like break off to the side before and then like rip slightly towards the nail bed.
Oh yeah.
And that was an 11 out of 10 on the pain scale. So the idea of like biting onto a nail and then just like twisting it off, no.
Well, you basically like rip it along.
You might as well amputate my finger.
I used to go a little bit further, like not just bite them off the edge, but I would remove...
Can confirm, Tifa's fingers...
like big parts of my nail itself to the point where it's usually like a bleeding, hurting mass. Which was really annoying for the longest time until it starts like growing back over the nail bed.
But then why do it?
It's addiction. At first
but
I started nail biting as a response to trauma.
Okay.
Then it was like I'm gonna rip off my entire nails as sort of like a punishment for myself. And that's just something I never really grew out of. It got less bad, like I wouldn't rip off my entire nails. It would just be like bad nail biting. Oh, you okay there?
It sounded like somebody fell down from the top of a building. They didn't, don't worry.
But the nail biting itself is something I have never really gotten rid of.
Yeah, because like it's like part of your like physical habits.
Like I started when I was 8.
Yeah, fair enough.
Like that's a long time. And every now and then I have phases like now where I can keep them.
Yeah, I had a similar thing for the longest time for very similar reasons, and it took me quite a while to shake that habit. So I get it.
It's pure addiction. That's
still stop biting your nails.
Habit.
You don't need to do that stuff no more. You have healthier coping mechanisms, like making tasty food, and then you can eat that and put that in your mouth.
But often now it's like habit. If I just zone out, I usually already notice I have my finger in my mouth.
I know that, because we're on the couch watching TV or something, and I hear that sound. I cannot, if you've never heard it, I can't describe it. It's the sound of nail being bit on. That's the closest I can describe it. Other things make similar sounds, but whenever I hear it, I tell her, hands away from your face.
Hey, I'm doing my best.
And I'm barking these things at you not out of hatred, but because I know you can do better if you just discipline yourself away from these habits.
I'm working on it.
And you're doing very well.
Seriously, sometimes... like the opposite though. Like sometimes I see women with these super long and especially like pointy nails.
Yeah, I couldn't live like that.
Like how?
I wouldn't be able to function in society. Like I couldn't type. I couldn't use my phone. Like if your nails are like this, I'm not saying this to be disrespectful. It's a matter of curiosity.
I mean, obviously they can live with it, but...
But like, how do you type on a phone? Do you use like this part of a thumb? Because I usually type with a tip. But like the idea of like using the area near the joint, like I do this if the tip of my fingers hurts. And that's so annoying.
Yeah, but it's so inconvenient, like to grab things, to do things.
How do you wipe your ass?
Without cutting yourself?
I don't want to put the image in your head, but I'm gonna start bleeding if I need to go to the bathroom.
I'm sure there is, right? Also requesting a new emote.
Post a link in Discord. I will check that out. Or Tifa gets distracted and does it now. Yes.
We can.
Yes.
Probably still add that.
I have to keep myself from cutting to the quick. Alright. Yeah, I get it. Get that spicy juice that put on your fingers so you don't chew them. My parents bought that for me when I was a kid because I picked my nose too much. So,
does that burn when you put your fingers in your nose? Really?
Yeah, so it's not like that your fingers taste funny, but that they would create this like super burning sensation if you go. Yeah.
I used to have, or my parents used to get me like nail polish that tasted disgusting if you put it in your mouth. But it didn't help. Like, it was nasty as hell. But still, it's like, didn't work. And
I know someone with nails like that, and now you've made me think of unpleasant things. Listen.
Oh, can you ask that person?
I would love that. If you feel comfortable, if that's the kind of like relationship you have and you can ask them, I think that would be very interesting to know. Because I would imagine, like, you use your hands differently if you have like very long nails. You know? Again, like, no judgment there. I'm just saying I couldn't do it and I would hurt myself with that. Like, the idea, how often I've got like itchy eyelids or whatever because of my eyes being very extra as well.
And then you try to get it out and then you like scratch yourself in the process. The idea of like doing
this, you know, and then suddenly I don't remember that I have like an inch extra nail and like I like poke into my skull through what is left of my brain at this point. How long do you need just alone to adapt to the length of your fingernails? Like, it's mind-boggling to me.
I'm sure there's ways. I want to say you.
Can you tell I've never had that long nails?
You like wrap it around your fingers.
You're talking about going to the bathroom, don't you?
Yeah.
Okay. Thanks for sharing that, I guess.
Oh, there you go.
Just put Switch cartridges on Tifa's nails. That is a true thing, by the way. Switch cartridges taste disgusting.
True. I think Dark Lord, you mentioned that before, or even someone else.
Specifically so that kids don't eat them.
Someone has said that. I still am kind of curious about that, but I also don't really want to try it out.
I'll ask if you finish both Higurashi and Umineko by the end of July without rushing. The only way we could finish, if you stretch the definition, both of those without rushing, is if we stop streaming them. So no, that's not gonna happen, I'm afraid. I just have to ask random people with long nails myself, I guess. Yeah.
Tifa would be the one person who likes the taste of Switch cards.
Yes, 100%. Should be like, it's kind of like when you smell gasoline. You know, like you know it's toxic, but it also kind of smells good, you know?
That kind of does, yeah.
There you go. There you go.
Like with some things, you know you're not supposed to do it, like sniffing glue. But everyone does it.
You know the weirdest thing? With like gasoline and stuff, I have to agree. But that's because I'm like fully like Pavlovian trained to that. Yeah, Germanized in a way. I've spent so much time in my life as a kid sitting in the back of a car that like for me, this like a little bit of a smell of gasoline means we're at a gas station. Being at a gas station means we're going somewhere for like a trip. And those are good memories. So when I smell gasoline, I go like,
it's a
vacation.
I mean, that is a fair...
I would like to untrain that part of my brain, but I don't know how. And I don't think I'll buy gasoline to smell it in negative situations to have like the bias moved that way, you know?
That makes sense, yeah.
Yeah. Quit your jobs and stream full time. That's how much I don't want to ask. If I could live without my day job, I would, but I don't. So I don't.
Yeah.
Would be nice to just be able to live off of just doing whatever you want all day, but not possible for me, I'm afraid.
That would be really nice.
Yeah.
How about I go to my boss I ask for a salary raise, which is like triple, maybe quadruple my current salary, and then you become...
I'll become your live-at-home, no good for nothing, deadbeat streamer boyfriend. That's still not gonna make us.
But you gotta do the dishes.
If I'll become your whatever you call it, sugar baby, I will do the dishes.
No.
But that's not gonna get us any closer to finishing Higurashi and Umineko at some point, because
that's true,
we need both of us for that.
Yeah, so. True.
I like the idea though. Yes, please. Tifa, please allow me to escape the shackles of a full-time day job. Full disclaimer, I actually like my job. I mean, as much as one can like having a job. It's 40 hours, 50 hours a week. I could definitely do other things if I had the choice, but if I had a chance. But I don't hate it. But I wouldn't be opposed to having that extra free time on my hands.
I mean, yeah, same. It's not like I hate my job. It can be stressful. It can be much. But it's not like I go to work with a stomach ache. But if I like won the millionaire, if I like won the lottery, I would still quit.
Yeah, same.
And then just do things that you want, you know?
I'd be like, hey boss, we gotta talk. I'd be like, what's my cancellation period? And you should start hiring a replacement. I will be here to like train them and stuff. I'll hand over everything neatly with a ribbon and everything. But I won the jackpot and I'm gonna celebrate the rest of my life. Bye. Something like that.
Speaking of cancellation times, I made fun of you a long time ago on stream for having for having 6 months.
How dare you?
As a termination notice.
Yes.
And I was like, I have 2 months. Like, this is ridiculous. I actually don't have 2 months. I started with 2 months. Because I've been there for 11 years. Apparently there's a bit in my contract that's also has added time to it. I have 5 months.
Yeah.
5 months termination notice. That's ridiculous.
It's
like
not though.
2 months is fine.
It's not though.
3 months then. 3 months is more than enough.
Do you know how long it takes to get a random person and get them all the knowledge you've accumulated over that time frame?
That's so much. Like, I'm not planning on quitting, but still.
Like, I get why you put that in a contract like that. But why do you make fun of me? How dare you? Why are you so mean to me?
Good point.
Just like gasoline on its own. I never enjoyed that too much. That always like went over the threshold of like noxious, toxic fumes to me too much. But hey, to each own.
Oh.
Neat life, best life. Why am I fucking household robot?
I would not mind.
If we were to get a household robot, I would love that. I would absolutely love not doing chores.
The thing is, I do kind of want a Roomba,
but I think
so that I can also put googly eyes on it. But our rooms aren't really good for Roombas.
The apartment isn't Roomba friendly.
Because every single room has this stupid, what are those things called?
The door frames are weird. You have to like take a step over them.
Yeah, the door frames are a bit higher, so the Roomba would be stuck in the room. I mean, yes, you can lift them up and put it on the other side.
We could put slopes everywhere.
Like little Roomba slips. That would actually be...
Make it like one of those monster truck shows. You know, make the Roomba jump over it.
That would also be
I don't know if I
kinda
can
cool.
do that. How fast does a Roomba go?
But I was looking at Roombas a while ago and they were like $200-300. And then I was like, okay, I'm cured from the Roomba. I'll just let you do it.
Are you gonna pay me $300 if I vacuum?
No.
Why not?
You do it for free. You're the one allergic for dust.
Not anymore.
You're not allergic to dust anymore?
In 6 months you will see me sitting here with one of those N95 masks because the place has gotten so dusty I can't like exist without one. Because I refuse to do it for free.
And that would actually happen because we live right next to colonies. Gardens. Which bring in a lot of dust if you have the windows open. So
pollen and stuff, which is great for me.
If you vacuum and you have the window open, like one day after, it's already like dusty. You can see the dust on
peak
like
pollen season. You really gotta keep an eye on that.
On like the cupboards and stuff immediately the day after. So you have to keep it up. So if you don't do it, You'll need that mask quite fast.
Oh, it's basically snow. Yes, kind of.
Yeah.
It's technically, it's basically tree sperm if you think about it too much. Like.
But it is.
It's kind of. If you think about it, every single person that's ever gone outside during pollen season, whether they know or not, has been bukakied by trees. Like, I never thought of this until I got allergic to basically everything like 10 years ago. But you know? Like, no? Just me? Okay.
But if I had a robot, I'd fear for its well-being.
I'd fear for our well-being. That thing is gonna like rise up. We're gonna be the start of the Terminator movies.
Or that could also be.
Everyone would love having a mate that does all the things you don't want to do. It's like imagining your problems don't exist at all.
Yeah.
Yeah, but like Tifa has said multiple times, why don't we just get somebody to come over and clean every now and then? Like, we can do that. We could do that.
Get a house cleaner every 2 times a week.
I can't. I'm working from home 99% of the time. The idea of having somebody come here and like clean up around me makes me feel so guilty, and I know it's irrational. I know these people get paid to do that. That's their job. That's why you pay them. And that's cool and all. But the idea of having somebody come over and look at this mess and then look at me just sitting here like...
That's the slightly awkward part, isn't it?
Yeah.
We can't close the room in here, or close the door.
Don't feed the beast.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Better leave alone.
I don't want to subject another sentient being to my chaos, exactly. And I know that's completely irrational. Like, the people that do this, they don't really care, because why would they? Like, they do this for a living. Like, that's neat, you know, there's a niche for everything.
Yeah, but it's hard to just sit around and watch others work.
I love that at work, as like a supervising kind of thing. But in private time, no, I feel dirty when I do that. Again, nothing wrong with that. I
still think it would be worth it.
Yeah.
Imagine the time that we have free with them. And if it's someone I trust, I would also just give them a key.
But I don't trust people. I guess. I've heard this before, but not quite in this poetic manner. You're welcome, man. You can keep our brains on. I'm happy some people have thought about it before as well.
I just wish you liked cleaning.
Same. Yeah. These people have had to clean toenail jars. They won't be faced by your stuff, Jack. And no promises about Tifa stuff. I love that it escalated towards the end and then completely swapped the blame to her. Yeah, no, fair. I fully agree.
There is nothing weird in this house that they would... Find. What do you mean find? There is nothing to find. We have nothing weird or unusual. Like, we have lots of gaming things, like I'm just looking around trying to...
They would find you.
Like, I don't collect anything besides books, Donald Ducks, and amiibos.
I want to see your face if you get a cleaner and you tell them, oh, can you also please take out the trash? And you come back home and you hear a weird sound coming from the place with the trash cans. And then eventually, after like an hour of you hearing that sound, you go check. And then I'm like, ah, I'm saved! Because she threw me out because I'm trash. 50 pounds of pens, 49.
I mean, yes. But I got all of those stored in boxes, the majority.
They're only being...
So you wouldn't really see them.
They're only being put away for safekeeping until they can be returned to their original loving and caring owners.
Which is me.
You're not trash, Jack. Aww. Love. That's very sweet.
I totally said that too, by the way.
When? Yeah, when?
With my inside voice.
Ah, you thought it, but Psycho
Psycho
typed it first, huh?
Yeah, exactly. My brain cell. Oh, Psycho.
Tifa, from the bottom of my heart, fuck you. On that note, Hey Tifa, what happened the last time we played Higurashi When They Cry Chapter 2, Watanagashi Episode 4?
The last time Keiichi-kun actually managed to not get killed by thugs because we were saved by Shion and the fine citizens of Hinamizawa.
Hinamizawa.
I almost messed it up, but I see the city on the intro screen. So
Shion came to us when we were surrounded by evil delinquents wanting to beat our ass for kicking over a bike because we got horny. And she went, he said no pickles. Basically.
So afterwards we went to the cafe, Shion got changed into her maid outfit, and because she told her boss that Keiichi-kun is the one that saved her, she got some extra time, got us a drink, pancakes. Ooh, you're fast. Got us a pancake, some food, we chatted a bit, we played some games, our heart went some more, doki doki.
Not just our heart went doki doki, but yes. Shion is like the perfect girl for a 15-year-old kid in puberty. Like, she ticks all the boxes. She's pretty, she saved us, she's like frail, to use the words of Keiichi Maebara. Yeah,
Everything.
She's all the things.
So we're having quite a lot of fun.
Yes.
But unfortunately, all good things come to an end. Our family or our mom wants us home for dinner in time, so we decided to go home. And
After
we
we had a little bit of chit chat about everything
and nothing.
And Shion told us, hey, have you heard about the Hinamizawa Dam project?
Oh yeah, true. We did learn a bit more about that and how
when
Shion...
nothing bad ever happened. I mean, a little bit bad.
True,
Basically, the story she was pushing is the dam was supposed to be built. The people living there didn't want it. They did all the things that you're supposed to do, like do petitions, talk to the people in charge, all of these things. Nothing worked when the police came with like SWAT teams and the police attacked. As a matter of fact, Shion was there and she got hit in the temple so hard she had like this Platzwunde in German. I don't know what it is in English. Basically, her like skin burst open and stuff. And there was
blood
a lot
went.
of blood. Yeah, she had like a ripe melon. Stuff like this, and then there was a riot, and
which triggered everyone, obviously.
And then they won, and now the dam wasn't being built because of the unity of the people of Hinamizawa. And it's a wonderful thing how the unity of the people of Hinamizawa saves all the people and fixes all the problems.
And Keiichi heard about this for almost the first time.
Yes, because my dad has mentioned a dam before.
Exactly, so
but
it was kind of new again.
He forgot everything about those magazines he found in chapter 1.
Which has not happened here, so yeah. So true, we did learn a bit more, and then Keiichi was like, oh, I wish I was a part of that too.
Yes.
Stuff like that. And that was basically it, what we learned.
And Keiichi tried for like half a second to be like, yeah, but it's kind of like a mafia or like the Yakuza or something. And she went like, no, it's unity. Unity is good, isn't it?
Unity can be really nice.
Without the creepiness. It was just sweet innocence, but assertive. And then Keiichi went like, yes, it is. It's wonderful. I wish to be part of it. Yeah.
I mean, it does sound very romance that way.
Yes.
But I feel like there's like two sides to that. Like I grew up in a place where you also have like lots of little villages, and all of those little villages are very unified and tight-knit. Like everyone knows everyone, and if something happens to one, it happens to the entire village, you know, like this whole like family thing.
Are you from Hinamizawa?
But it can also be really hard to get into. Like
the fact that she didn't answer it as a yes.
No. But it is. You can put it into real life situations as well.
Yeah.
Because I also know people who have moved to these tiny villages. And if you are a bit different, you're not going to get accepted. And that means you will get rejected by the entire village.
It's going to be a lot harder in some instances, yes.
That doesn't count for all of them, obviously.
Yeah.
But I have seen the situations where that goes wrong.
Mm-hmm.
Because if you don't get accepted by that village, it's kind of
like you don't exist to them.
The horror version in Hinamizawa. So there's a downside and a plus side to the unified city-village thing.
To a village life, basically. Yeah. And then we also did a tip with the 3 delinquents and ooishi-san, who booked them for having stolen the bikes as he finagled out of them by bullying them. Not bullying, that's the wrong word.
In the end, it was a good thing that Keiichi
playing the
kicked
bad
them.
cop. True. In a sense, Keiichi did nothing wrong because the bikes he kicked were apparently stolen. So, really, all that happened is that the bad guys got justice and the good guy got doki doki. No? So
now Keiichi went back to being a victim again instead of the villain who started it all.
Or objectively, as Evie put it, Ooishi drunkenly threatened to arrest the delinquents for driving drunk after giving them barley soda. Yes.
But it worked. It absolutely did.
True. Also, the thing that threw you off is a bot we installed. Oh. Somebody came in trying to advertise with one of those spam links, and like the instant it got posted, bam, it got deleted and the person got banned.
Yeah, that was really fast.
Cool feature.
There goes the baker with the tray like always.
Oh, hell.
Bread and rolls to sell.
The Beauty and the Beast.
I was gonna say 10 points if you get it.
I was reading this like, I think I know this, but thank you. With a melody, clicked. Small town council and the mafia to some extent are functionally similar. While I agree, you should not tell the small town council that, because I don't think they'll react the same way I do. Just saying.
Bonjour.
Also, I have to share this because I saw this the other day and now it lives in my head. It's about Beauty and the Beast. Belle didn't know the Beast would turn back into a human when she fell in love with him. Mm-hmm. She was willing to live and be with the Beast.
And you know what the worst thing is? And I know that is not just me, because I've read plenty of those comments as well on the internet. It was disappointing when he turned back human. Like his character design as a human, I don't know why, but it always kind of freaked me out. If they gave him any other look, probably, yeah. But I don't know what it was. It was like... The Beast was better.
This...
No?
To put into perspective, in case you have forgotten or you didn't know yet, in both cases, sorry, this is the same person that had the hots for Scar's son in The Lion King 2.
Not my fault they drew him so handsome.
Lion thirst traps, people. They are a thing, apparently.
They really are.
It's the inner values that count. Yeah, like, look, it's a Higurashi. Let's continue with episode 5. Is it the same day? Is it... Kovu is a badass.
Kovu, yes, I was trying to think of what the name was.
And he wears lion eyeshadow. I think it's the eyeshadow that did it for him.
Kovu as a lion? Like Mufasa? Nah. Scar also doesn't really do it. But Kovu... Like, that movie was the shit.
I think you watched it for the wrong reason.
I actually really enjoyed Lion King too.
Somewhere in her family home there's a very old VHS tape and all the scenes with Kovu are basically unwatchable because the tape is so overused.
I cut out all of them on the... What did you even call the rolls that were in the VHS? Those black and white prints?
Tape.
Do you just call that tape?
The film, yeah.
Yeah, the film.
Yeah, the film tape.
Every bit that has Kovu on, I cut out and put on my wall. No, I didn't.
Hakuna Matata, am I right? Yes.
But I do still have the VHS. I saw it at my mom's place last time we were there.
Shame there are no VHS players left.
That is true, together with some others.
Meanwhile, I knew we wouldn't be doing any club activities after school today before Mion even said anything. I'd been invited over by Shion for an all-you-can-eat dessert. Oh, that's what we missed.
Oh, true. After we were home, she also called us because long time no see, right? And she was like, "Oh, every month we have new desserts." And
every now and then, I don't think it was.
I think it was every month for the month specials, but it also doesn't matter. And a few lucky people get picked as tasters to like check the desserts and see what gets put on the menu. But it's really hard to become one. But I signed you up to become a food taster.
You want to taste my tasty desserts? And Keiichi was like, yes! Yeah. VHS. That's what they're called. No?
Yeah.
It's a relic from the past. We've gone full digital, but...
I mean, who would say no to all-you-can-eat free dessert? Like, heck no.
I would probably go to. Like, even without Shion, just like the idea of all-you-can-eat desserts is like, yes. I will regret it afterwards, but at the moment, yes.
There would be no regret.
I made a point of leaving half my lunch uneaten. My expectations would only be rivaled by my hunger.
Keiichi-kun, you seem kind of happy today. Did something good happen? Did it?
I guess it was obvious. Reina had questioned me with a happy look. That's right, why don't I invite Reina for dessert as well? No, if I recall correctly, Shion said something about having a ticket. At worst, the restaurant might be admission by ticket only today. If that was the case, then having Reina be turned away at the door would result in the worst feeling ever. Yeah, I got a little lucky. I'll tell you about it tomorrow. Reina, you'll definitely be jealous.
Whoa, whoa, whoa! What is it? What is it? I'm jealous. I'm jealous.
I'm already jealous if you want me to be jealous. I want to be the perfect girlfriend.
This lucky thing? Is it cute? Is it?
Cute. I wonder what Reina would think of the uniforms at Angel Mord. They'd definitely be a critical hit. Probably. It's probably pretty cute.
If anything, it would be a Hitsuki.
I want you to read that line.
What? I'm jelly. What is it? What is it? What kind of fortune were you blessed with?
How does Mion not know?
Huh? Could it be you participated in the draw at Angel Mort about 2 months ago? And won?
Hey now, I hadn't even transferred here 2 months ago.
Oh, that's right. Then it's not the Angel's dessert festa then.
Festa?
Mi-chan, what's the Angel's dessert festa exactly? You know, there's that family restaurant called Angel Mort right by a Okinome station.
Yeah. Okonomiya.
Every season they hold an event to promote their new dessert menu. Oh, every season. That's today. Oh, it's no use going. The restaurant is reserved for people who won the draw.
Family restaurant. Like visiting the restaurant together might help you in starting your own family after you visit. If you catch my drift.
It's a good place for father and son to bond.
Yeah. It's still kind of weird to me, but Mion explained once again what Shion explained to me last night.
Reina will have to stop by the restaurant sometime. I'll do my best to draw a winning ticket and aim to enter the next all-you-can-eat event. Knock yourself out. By the way, this is just something I heard, but there's a rumor that the tickets are being sold on the black market for a pretty penny.
Hearing that story, I felt even more appreciative of the ticket that Shion had procured for me. I just thought I was lucky to be able to eat dessert for free, but it turned out that the ticket was much more valuable. The number of things I had to thank Shion for had increased again. Thanks. I didn't know it was worth so much. I whispered in a voice only Mion could hear. That was how I conveyed my feelings. Mion looked at me for a moment before she tilted her head to the side and smiled confusedly.
What? Did you say something?
It would be a problem if you said something to me right now. That smile seemed to be telling me as much. I guess Mion wouldn't be accepting any gratitude while she was Mion.
Also, can Keiichi start making up his mind? Sometimes, like now, he's like, oh, they're the same person.
Yes.
And then later he's like, oh no, the sister, and they're two different people. Like, pick one and go for it.
I think that problem lives between our ears. And like, I'm beginning to think he fully believes that Mion and Shion are the same person. But, you know, Shion is Shion and Mion is Mion. Like, the two personalities are very different. I'll go to the restaurant. Today I'll thank Mion while she's Shion. See?
Oh, well then, this old man will take his leave here. The work today is gonna be a little rough. Later.
Why does he never follow her?
I was thinking the same actually, like he could go visit her at the store she works at.
Like, not just like follow her, like that's kind of creepy, but like, hey, so where do you work today? Your family has a bunch of stores. Do you have very far? What is it you're gonna do? Because like, I'm interested, maybe I'm thinking of getting a part-time job myself, you know, because like...
Just say you wanna go visit her.
Yeah, but she might then say no and not tell you. You know, if she's like, just doesn't want to tell you. Mion waved her hand energetically as she left. Like that.
Hey, Keiichi-kun? Mi-chan has been kind of weird lately. Like she's elated or something.
What? You think so? When I was pretty sharp when it came to these types of things. To me, Mion seemed the same as always, but Reina apparently felt something different.
You don't know, Keiichi-kun? I totally thought you knew.
Reina's skirt fluttered as she spun around with a coy smile. You never do that. You know the twirly thing where you go like, whee, on like one leg, and the other one is like at an angle? Yeah. Cat
Do the hip.
The hip sway.
The hip sway.
Keiichi, just say you want to work at Angel Maud.
I wonder what outfit they would put him in.
The same one. Just go like, Mion, I need your help. I need to get a job at Angel Maud. That other day, after the penalty game, when you made me wear the maid outfit, including the underwear, I just need more of that. And I need to do it in front of strangers while serving food and drinks. For money.
Well, if they also get some boys in there, it's gonna be the full family restaurant thing. Something for everyone.
Exactly, but you have to keep the same uniform. Like, it has to be the same uniform for everybody.
I'd like to see some fan art of that.
I'm pretty sure that exists.
It probably does.
Where is a manager? Where he looks more scary, by the way. Yeah, exactly. Imagine like this The Rock looking guy, you know, like super muscular, but then dressed in that outfit. Like, you wouldn't expect that. So like, that alone would do a number on you if you wanted to like file a complaint. Like, I don't think I could.
Yeah, that's true, but would be even cuter.
Yeah, nothing wrong with it. Whatever's comfortable. Besides, you shouldn't ask your staff to wear uniforms that you yourself aren't willing to wear. You know, lead by example. Great, I'll never get rid of that image. You should Google that. You should Google your favorite person who is super muscular in a maid outfit. Maybe turn Save Search off and use a incognito browser first. Know what exactly? I was obviously weaseling my way out of a question, but I wasn't lying. Honestly, I didn't really know what was going on. Why did Shion, a persona of Mion that she'd created, appear before me? Something was blatantly up, but Reina paid it no heed.
Oh, really? I wonder what it is then. When Mi-chan is in a good mood, so is Reina.
Saying that, she spread her arms wide and spun around happily. I didn't know why, but Reina was in a really good mood. She just told you!
Yeah, because Mion is in a good mood.
Yes, do you listen, Keiichi Maebara?
Reina is no longer important to us. All we think about is Shion.
Exactly. Like, the Doki Doki has left the building. It was so infectious that I had to smile too. Even the chirping of a cicada seemed joyful. For once.
But you see...
Reina abruptly stopped spinning. Her expression had returned to a more somber one.
You see, Mi-chan, lately, she's been in a lot of pain.
What do you mean, pain? The pain that Reina was talking about probably wasn't physical.
At first, she tried to pretend it wasn't a big deal. But like a wound, it began to fester. Fester and grow. Oh, that's random. Eventually, she was no longer able to bear the pain and woke up in the middle of the night.
Why do I have a feeling we're gonna get a Reina jump scare again in this episode in a moment?
I don't think we're gonna get it yet. And then she phoned Reina. Mi-chan was crying. Where are we gonna go?
Or is this supposed to be a... Mion is feeling sad because obviously Keiichi has caught feelings for Shion?
I do think she's gonna blame us for it. Like Reina is gonna blame us for it in a moment.
I'm sorry, what are you talking about?
What am I talking about? Huh? What is Reina talking about? What?
Hey, don't play dumb like that. Just now you said...
I don't know. Reina doesn't know anything. Oh.
Yeah, it's matters of her heart. Reina spun as she laughed innocently. Eventually, she appeared to get sick, stumbling as she stood herself with her hand against the wall.
Oh. The room is spinning.
That was dumb. That's what you get for getting carried away and spinning like that.
So sorry. I think I feel sick.
Then she started spinning again, spewing puke everywhere.
Well, there goes our dessert fest.
I'll lend Viditz a shoulder to lean on. To be stumbling around like a newborn foal at this age is actually quite a feat. Reina, in a good mood, only babbled incoherently after that. I laughed as I responded to and chided her. However, the chance to revisit that heavy topic Reina had brought up before never arrived. Yeah, Keiichi, how did you think Mion would feel after you basically go head over penis for Shion?
Well, nowhere has it been established that Mion had feelings for us. So he couldn't have known.
Their relation, the way they interact with one another, to me makes it clear that they like each other. But if they just coexisted as good friends for the rest of their lives, I wouldn't be shocked either.
Yeah, but all of them like each other. Mion doesn't treat Keiichi any different. And I wouldn't say, oh, there's been romance here.
But I think she does.
In what way?
Well, if you want to read it that way. That's the problem with like romantic feelings and like sending signals, because you know they need to be perceived as such, which is very difficult sometimes. Reina seems to like Keiichi with like being very like protective and like hanging on his lips when he speaks and stuff like that. She's very affectionate in a way.
But she does that to the rest too.
From what we've seen, he's the only boy. And usually that's a thing. Mion, on the other hand, Mion eggs on Keiichi the most, I want to say. Like, she's competitive with everybody, but she seems to be more competitive with Keiichi. That could just be because I'm biased, because we're playing through the eyes of Keiichi, and therefore we don't know what she does in her spare time when we're not around, of course. But the, like, challenging each other, like, nagging them and stuff, people also do that when they like somebody.
Yeah, but that's also normal.
never said it wasn't normal.
Like, that wouldn't be enough for me to go like, oh, they like each other.
No, but like, that can be a sign that people have feelings other than, I want to beat you at games.
Well, nowhere did I get Doki Doki so far. In the first chapter, I want to say it was with Reina.
Yeah, okay, once again, Diva, to me, chapter 1 and 2 are the same story. I know you live in the multiverse part of the stream.
Yeah, but I want to say in chapter 1, even if you go like it's the same thing, there were a few more moments where you could go like, hey, he liked her, stuff like that. But so far, there's been nothing.
Well, yeah, because we need to set up Shion.
Well, I know.
And Mion's reaction whenever he was like gushing about Shion. It didn't seem like I don't like my sister. Stop doing that, you're making your back worse.
We underestimate that Keiichi's also an idiot who doesn't pick up on signals from girls. I feel like there were no signals yet.
See, and this is the problem. I'm agreeing with you. I think there are signals, and the actual girl sitting next to me goes, there were no signals. And that's the problem. Shoot your shots, people. Be clear with your intentions.
They're high schoolers, not even.
So?
Well,
if from the earliest age...
Sitting straight, thank you.
You realize that if you have feelings for somebody, it is okay to like tell them. I don't see the problem with that. Imagine living in a world where more people told each other what they actually feel and think. That would be amazing. Not like trying to hide it behind like jokes and like, oh, maybe I'll ask her if she wants to do this with me.
Do you mean that in general or?
Yes.
But when I say the things I think.
Yeah, but you're weird.
Then suddenly it's like, oh no, press A. Stop talking. Don't say those things.
Seems I'm an idiot too. I didn't see any signals from Mion.
I did not see any signals at all.
That's the problem. It might be that there weren't any and people like Dark Lord and me are wrong. We don't know.
There was nothing where I went like, oh, that was a secret message. I wasn't having a seizure. I was trying to
Do you smell toast? Unless the author comes in and goes like gives an interview or something like that, and goes like, "Hey, did you pick up on Mion having feelings for Keiichi but he didn't reciprocate?" We don't know. Yeah. It's what you read into it. It just makes me think of high school romance Jack and Tifa. Oh, we met way after high school, and trust me, that's for the better.
Probably. Don't think we would have been a match at all.
No. We found each other at the perfect time. I think earlier it wouldn't have worked out and later it wouldn't have worked out.
Probably, yeah.
I know I started this, but the energy you're giving makes me feel hurt and I can't even put into words why.
Why, I was thinking about it.
That's what I'm saying. I can't explain the feeling.
I'm not even agreeing with you.
Yeah, but it's the way you agreed with me.
Yeah, because I was thinking. Well, what did you do, Dark Lord?
I'm not used to that.
I'm just kidding. No, but seriously, for me, there were no signals whatsoever.
As soon as I got home, I tossed aside my school bag and changed in a hurry. The effects of only having a light lunch were starting to show, so my stomach began to let out fickle growls. Alright, let's go to Angel Mort. It's time to face the land of endless dessert. How about we take a short break before the desserts? You agree with me the wrong way. Exactly. And I can't explain why. That's the dumbest thing. I will use the break to see if I can put my emotions into words. Probably not, but I'll try.
BRB.
BRB.
We are back.
And I still don't know. It's time to face the land of endless dessert. Preparations for battle are complete. Tally ho!
This would be so nice.
I think we would both end up with diabetes.
I wonder if there are cafes that have like an all-you-can-eat dessert thing.
Yeah, we've been to places like that before. It wasn't good for us.
But only dessert. Not like a normal buffet, where they have dessert on the side. Like
I know,
specialized on dessert.
I know places exist that have like cake buffets. Yes?
And we've never been there.
No. Exactly because of that. A, I can't eat 99% of the things probably because there's no meat in cake if you ask them if it's suitable for vegetarians. And you would end up 60 pounds heavier.
Probably,
with
yeah, but
multiple heart defects.
YOLO, ain't it?
No. No, not like that.
I might actually look that up.
Please don't. For both of our sakes. Angel Mort had a decidedly different feel to it compared to yesterday. Dessert faster today. Admittance by reservation only. Nonetheless, the front of the store was being swarmed by over a dozen young men. There are worse ways to go.
Exactly.
That is true. But
I would not mind.
I want to say if I can eat 30 pieces of cake right now and then die versus eating 300 pieces of cake over the next 10 years, I'll choose the latter.
I wouldn't.
And this is why we don't go to these places.
I also made banana bread on Friday, or was it yesterday?
Yesterday.
Oh, yesterday afternoon, and Jack threw all of it in the freezer.
Yes. You know exactly why.
But now, like, all of it is in the freezer.
How about this? After the stream, you can have a piece of banana bread with ice cream.
But that's a bit late.
Do you want the banana bread and ice cream, or do you not want it?
Okay, I do want it.
See? Logic, arguments, easy. Judging by how they were looking upwards in jealousy instead of entering the store, they weren't invitees. Why would they gather here if they knew they couldn't get in? Maybe they didn't know. The internet didn't really exist on a mainstream level in 1980 something with. The power of dessert. It's never too late for ice cream.
Yeah, that's true.
It's also never too late to get another döner cycle. I had to hit you back with it.
I really wanted a döner today.
Same.
Couldn't get one.
Yeah, I mean we could have, but not a good one. Not one that would have hit the spot. I found out the answer when I passed through the crowd and began to climb the steps to enter a restaurant. Are you a participant? Do you have a ticket? Yeah. Well, I was lucky. As soon as I said that, I was immediately mobbed. It was like being in the middle of a football scrum on a crowded train. What is going on?
I thought he actually got mobbed.
The reason was this. It wasn't just one ticket per person. One ticket could let up to 4 people inside. He could have brought Reina.
Oh, he could have brought them. Well, he can still call Reina.
How?
There's payphones in this time and age.
He should call Reina, Mion, and Rika.
Now Mion is working.
So, call anyway. But not Satoko because she sucks. So it's like that, huh? Seems like I should have invited Reina and the others. Power of the mind. Thanks for the tip. Look, I'll pretend I didn't hear that.
Oh, wow.
Satoko hater, huh? Yeah.
I still think Satoko is one of the nicer characters.
The thumbtack, I mean, comparatively, yes. She hasn't killed anybody as far as
I like Satoko.
But the thumbtacks on the door handle, no. I don't love that. With an uplifting smile, I turned and ignored them. When I did, their arms all reached out at once, like the souls of a damned seeking succor.
That ticket can admit up to 4 people. Please bring us with you.
What selfish people. This was the only reason they were crowded in front of the restaurant. Dozens of wretched arms reached out to me, like the teeth of a giant rake, and grasped at the air. Meanwhile, Keiichi is walking in, they're like, I'm better. We'll see how that opinion holds up over time. Yes, I'm prepared to eat my words, as I usually end up doing. I was already climbing the stairs to the entrance. What a heartless dick! Grab him! This isn't something to joke about. I flew up the rest of the stairs and threw myself inside the restaurant. It was like I had entered a different world.
He should have probably taken his dad along.
At least, yeah. The miserable throng of a damned hurled curses at me from the other side of a glass door. But inside of his completely soundproofed and air-conditioned restaurant? With the angelic smile of a waitress to welcome me, they were nothing more than a refreshing piece of scenery.
A soundproof restaurant, huh?
Uh-huh, that sounds fishy. Like, nah. Either... Wait a goddamn... Soundproof! Do you think this is where the torture dungeon is?
You do have a point. Like, why does this place need to be soundproof? How many restaurants do you know that are soundproof? Also, Keiichi can't even know that is the case though. It's probably because the noise is being barred from the people that he said that, because he has no way of knowing that it is. But if it actually is, you might have a good point.
Yeah. And it would make sense because remember the whole discussion we had about angel mort, angel death?
It's the special dessert.
So good, it's to die for, literally. You don't want your friends to see your dad thirsting over mates. I want to add to that. You don't want your friends to see your dad thirsting over them. Yeah.
Good point.
Restaurants tend to be noisy either with cooking implements or piped-in music. That's true.
That is true, yeah.
I knew that I shouldn't laugh, but I began to let out a sinister cackle.
Good afternoon. Welcome to Angel Mort. Due to today's dessert festa, the restaurant is reserved for customers who won the draw. Could I ask for your name and ticket?
I don't have a ticket, but I should be on the guest list. Maebara.
Maebara. There it is. I'm sorry, but may I please have your full name?
Keiichi Jonathan Williamsburg Siegfried III Maebara. Keiichi Maebara.
My apologies for the inconvenience. You're here by special invitation, right? I'll show you to your seat. Please, this way.
It's in the throne room, sir. The mood inside the room was incredibly heated. The booths were packed to the brim. Men in their prime were stuffing their faces with dainty desserts that didn't suit them at all. It was a rather unnerving spectacle. I get that he's 15 and it's the 80s, but that line can fuck all the way off. The amount of comments I've gotten at like work parties when they were serving drinks and I would go for the girly cocktails, the ones with cream, the colorful ones, the pink ones.
The sweet cocktails.
Yeah, with like whipped cream and stuff. And people
the nice
like,
ones.
How can you drink that? That's a girl's drink. I'm like, it's fucking delicious. Who cares?
Yeah, I never get those things either.
Yeah, like, out of all the things to complain about somebody's choice of food or drink, it's the pointless gendering of food items. Like, it doesn't taste like pain, it tastes like apples. Yes, exactly. You get my point. Soon after I was shown my seat, Shion arrived.
Hey, good afternoon. Welcome to Angel Mort.
Hey, Shion, thanks so much for today. I really appreciate it.
You were a bit late, so I was getting worried. I'm really happy you came though.
It may have been because other customers were around that her tone was less casual, but she still capped off that welcome with her usual brilliant smile.
As you can see, there's a lot of customers here today. I'm not sure I'll be able to take a break. Please take your time and relax until I'm finished. When I'm done, let's go play somewhere, okay? I do wonder, do you, because it is to test the desserts, do you just get, let's say they have 20 desserts that they want to have tested. You just get those one by one, no?
I would imagine...
Like, you have to like give your opinion about the desserts. That's what this is all about, no?
If it's a matter of they made like 20 things, but they only have 10 spots on the menu, I would think you just get all of them.
Because if
and
it's
then you rank them and then they do like a tally point system, or if it's like, do people prefer the crab with chocolate or with like strawberries? You get a small portion of both, and you have to say which one you like better.
Because it's an unlimited cake thing.
Yeah.
So if I just go, okay, I like this one, I'll only keep eating this one?
Which one is the most expensive on the menu? I only like that one. Bring me more.
That feeling when you go to a buffet and you feel like you have to eat the worth.
Yeah, I used to be really good at that. Whispering just that last part into my ear, Shion winked and returned to the kitchen.
Let's play somewhere, Keiichi. What's the last line, right?
She knows what she's doing. Maybe it was because the mood in the restaurant was so heated, but Shion seemed a bit bolder. Even a small change in her mannerisms was enough to set my heart aflutter. Doki doki. Not gonna lie, I would eat the shit out of everything we can see on the menu.
That looks so tasty.
Like the cake with the strawberries and the cream, I would eat the whole damn thing. Not like the slice, but like the whole cake. Same with like the chocolate one next to it.
That looks a bit like a zachertorte.
Yeah. Like,
totally eat that.
Like chocolate cake layers. There's like an apricot marmalade spread in the middle with like a very chocolate fondant glaze kind of thing. Chocolate ganache, sorry.
The one under the strawberry one could be something with like nougat?
Yeah, like different layers. Maybe like a mousse or something in between. I'll eat your banana bread later for you.
Sorry to keep you waiting.
While I was overwhelmed by the atmosphere inside the restaurant, orders from the new summer menu were carried out one after another. Every single one was extravagantly huge. I get it. You can eat all of these amazing things for free. No wonder a ticket was worth its weight in gold. On top of that, all of it was plenty delicious. From dishes with a general appeal to insane ones aimed at a specific audience. There were absolutely no gaps in their repertoire. What is an insane dessert aimed at a specific audience? Because given how the stream started, I have to think it's topped with nail clippings. That's a very small audience.
Specific audience, I'm guessing like themed dessert.
How do you theme a dessert?
You know, like how in maid cafes you can have omo rice with a message written in ketchup.
Okay, but that's not a... Okay, fair enough. But yeah.
So I want to go like specific audiences, something done like to make it extra cute or in a certain theme.
She says theme, but not that anybody would hear that. Desserts do octuple damage to me. Oh no. Just small pieces, maybe? Like eat 1/8 worth of it, then it's just normal damage, I guess. Probably they feed it to you and say cute shit.
Something like that, yeah.
That should be really expensive. That should be hella expensive.
The frosting mimics Keiichi's dad's art. I was like, wait.
I don't want to see that food. Hell no. No, that...
Well, there's your specific audience.
We got a bit messy with the glaze. It's like a banana split that they share with you. Oh, the indirect kisses. You have to pay extra if you want a spoon that's been used by a maid before during their breaks.
You ordered the dessert that has only chocolate sauce?
Mm-hmm. You know, there are restaurants where you get to eat off of a person, right?
Yeah, I'm sure there are.
Which always seemed weird to me. Like, I get the horny appeal, don't worry, I understand the concept behind it. But at the same time, like, I would go there hungry, you know? And to like imagine having a person like laying on like a table with like sushi and stuff over them, it's like... That's unsanitary.
But you have plenty of places like that. When
That's so fucking alien to me. Yeah, I see how. I'm gonna king shame in this case. People can do whatever they want. If you want to pay somebody $500 to eat pieces of sushi off of them, like whatever floats your boat, like as long as everybody agrees. But like, I don't want that.
Yeah, but these things are quite popular. When I was 19, I was offered a job to work in a bar where they can have what's the English word, the guests?
The patrons.
Have the patrons take tequila shots off of your belly button, for example. Like stuff like that. You have them. Like, it's a thing.
Do they pay you extra if you agree to that? Or is that just part of the deal for everybody? Like, where you're told, like, welcome to the bar, this is where all the alcohol is. By the way, you earn $2 every time you let one of those perverts lick your belly button.
We never got that far in the conversation.
You left immediately.
I never took it serious. But there are...
Wait, I'm still hung up on the tequila, because tequila is the stuff where you go like salt, lemon... Tequila!
Salt,
and then you
lemon,
die.
shot.
So how does that work? Do you line up like 3 bartenders and like you sprinkle... That sounds horrible to me. You sprinkle a little bit of salt into one belly button. You spritz the lemon juice in the second. And then you add a little bit of tequila in the third belly button. And then, this is gonna get graphic and I'm sorry about that. Actually, I'm not.
Sorry.
You like grab the person and you go in their belly button. Like salt, lemon, tequila.
Like, that's not how it works, but sure.
Also, how much money do you have to put on the table to make that happen? Like, I've never looked... Real talk. I've never looked at a person and went like, I want to drink liquor out of one of your orifices.
I think you'd be surprised how many people...
If you have lint in your belly button, I'm calling the sanitation committee.
I really hate belly button lint, and I don't even know how belly button lint is a thing, but because Evie, I've never had lint in my belly button.
Evie, that's
and I don't
extra.
know how people
it's
get
floss.
It in there. Like, no. Like, no. How do you even get belly button lint though? Like, what shirts do you need to wear for that?
Or if you have a hairy belly like I do. Do you shave first? Like, how do you do that?
You wouldn't be laying on the bar.
Fuck you, let's talk about math. That's not gonna happen.
No, but about the sushi thing, I have
here we go.
Read stories about how that is actually a thing in, like, what do you call these rich people clubs?
Japan. What?
No. Like these...
Rich people clubs.
These elite clubs where they do call, like, girls to lay on tables naked and then cover them in food to eat from. And it's just, like, pure decoration. I don't know how much it is true.
The girl or the sushi?
What?
You said it's pure decoration. My question is,
the girl.
Which part?
And I don't even know if it's true, but it seems like so believable. Like, yeah, I immediately believe that.
Also, because I have to do this, do we have tequila at home?
Oh, I thought you wanted to check my microphone.
That's how innocent she is.
Like, my cable is fine.
I was checking your belly button. Also, wait, I have one last logistical question. I'm sorry, this is like stuck in my head. Okay, listen here. You know, there are people that have like innie and outie belly buttons, right?
Yeah.
So like, let's take me for example. I won't give you details, but like, I want to say like surface area, I have more belly button. Versus somebody with a really flat stomach. No, Tifa, no. Take your hands away. You know what I mean, right? Some people, like really flat, you can see the belly button. Some people, they don't. You can't. No, I will not press A. Some people you can't see the belly button. If I now go...
Can I scroll up to see who started this?
If I now go and say, hey, I want the belly button tequila shot. Don't I technically get more tequila if I get somebody like me who has a deeper belly button?
Yeah, but you don't pay for the amount. You pay for the experience.
This is Evie's fault. I don't think so. I feel like it's Tifa's.
You pay for the experience.
Yeah, but I want, like, I want the tequila.
Then you just order a normal tequila shot.
Okay, fair enough. But do you think when there's like a niche for like in the group of people that exclusively drink tequila from belly buttons, do you think there's like two not necessarily overlapping subgroups? One, the people that prefer exclusively to drink it from flat-stomached people, and the people that exclusively want to drink it from the deeper belly-buttoned individuals.
Oh, like if you would start a bar for it, you have like a menu with pictures of all the different belly buttons that are available that you can order from?
It's like a menu, like do your own burger kind of thing. Like first you choose the belly button, then you choose the tequila that you want, and then you add 1 or 2 extra people for the salt and the lemon, like I described earlier.
But you do that all on one person.
But then they have salt in their belly button. That's gonna be really...
No,
have you ever been to the beach?
The drink goes in the belly button. The salt you like sprinkle over the stomach that you lick up, and then there's still a lemon.
Oh, okay. I like my idea of putting the salt in the belly button.
You don't fill a belly button with salt.
But why not? What if I want extra salt on my...
Well, then you sprinkle more.
I need to look into this. I just want to understand it better. Looking for bartenders must have any belly buttons. Exactly. And why do I think that exists? Like, if we can think about it collectively, somebody somewhere has set that as an actual job advertisement.
No.
Just have to line up like a landing strip. I want to consume my beverages and my food exclusively from the belly button area. Not the abs, not anything else.
Then you pay extra.
It's not a sexual thing, I just want the belly button. You know? I'm that weird.
But then you'll have to pay extra for the 2 extra belly buttons.
Also, the person who started this is Keiichi Maebara, talking about insane desserts aimed at a specific audience. This is what Higurashi does to people, and through that, it's Evie's fault.
Just so you know, I want my ice cream on a plate.
In my belly button. That's gonna be so cold. I never had ice cream in my belly button, and I can tell you, I don't think I ever want to. No matter how you look at it, I don't think one person can eat this much.
Oh.
Have you met us?
Excuse me, just wait and see.
Well, let's just leave it at that for now.
Bottomless pit.
Yeah, multiple stomachs. It didn't feel relaxing in here at all. Probably because the further inside the restaurant was clearly abnormal. All the other booth seats were crammed with groups of 4. Sleazy men were gorging like pigs on cutely decorated desserts, and it wouldn't have been surprising if they started licking the plates. It was more than a little unsettling. You draw the line at licking plates with delicious food. Not that your classmates are here in skimpy outfits. Well, you underestimate my power. Exactly.
You haven't even seen my final stomach.
This isn't my final form, trust me. Also, you asked me during the break to tell you to lean the other way.
Okay.
Tifa believes... Now you're half out of frame. Tifa believes that the reason her back hurts is because she usually sits on one side and she should do it on the other side.
No, my back hurts from the gym. But my posture is not straight, it's like this.
Yeah.
And I usually lean on this side. So I'm gonna guess my posture is like this because I always lean
That's because
like this too. So I gotta start leaning to this side so that my posture
Posture? Yes, that's French.
Starts going back.
It's a ballet term. It piqued my interest, so I started listening in on their conversation. And what things I heard! Angel Maud, so moe.
Me, I bought my ticket for 70,000 on beep actions.
I don't work, but I was attending a relative's funeral. The uniforms here are the greatest.
I wonder if the waitress would wipe it for me if I spilled some water on my pants, right? Meow. Meow meow.
No, meow meow. Say it like a horny cat.
No.
I heard. I have to do the weird panting thing, otherwise I can't get into character. I heard we're planning on selling Angel Mod figures. We'll have to pay heat at the next event.
Speaking of which, that major figure making icon decided to bring out the line.
It's okay, Tifa, the blood isn't in the brain area.
That's true. We must confirm the release date.
Satoko, is that you?
I just realized.
Satoko's big, older cousin, twice removed. The problem is, there's too many variations to bulk buy them. If it were just a normal set of family restaurant uniforms, there'd only be around 10 types, but including the secret set with different poses that I planned, there's 100 or so.
Someone trade with me when I get a double. It's my duty as a fan to complete the collection right away. No, this is destiny between us.
The words spilling out of their mouths were pretty much all incomprehensible jargon. But they still keenly conveyed that hidden behind them was an invisible aura of abnormality. 700,000 yen is around $6,000.
That's a lot.
That's a lot for a figurine. What size are we at, talking? Is it downscaled? Or is it real life size?
Nah, usually these are normal figurines you can buy.
Oh, what if it's life size?
That's not life size.
I would buy a life size.
They would not sell that life size.
Okay. This is Ryoshiki revealing his true self, the essence of the horror of Higurashi. Ryokishi, not Ryoshiki.
This is where the M rating comes from.
Listen, I've basically grown up on parts of the internet where they talked like this unironically, so no, this exists. I fully believe that. To each their own.
Sorry to keep you waiting. The next dessert is Tropical Cinnamon Love Affair. Is something the matter?
Tropical Cinnamon Love Affair. Is the cinnamon tropical, or does it have tropical fruits and cinnamon?
And are we having the love affair with the cinnamon?
Or is it watching us have a love affair and then we eat it together?
So many questions.
You need to be better with naming these. No, it's kind of different inside the restaurant today.
Our restaurant is pretty famous in their circles. Well, we were aiming for that, so it's all well and good. But during Festas, there's something more of the hardcore crowd, so it can be a handful.
The waitress informed me quietly with a wry smile.
The customers seem rather riled up, almost like a pack of hyenas. Seems a lot of the customers today came from unreasonably far away. Those types of people are fairly prone to losing their self-control, so it's a little scary.
I hope they have security in this place.
If you don't keep your guard up, something bad can happen.
What did she mean by keep your guard up? At that moment, a large crash resounded through the room.
Someone just went, she's gonna pick it up if I drop this.
Like a cat, but to fulfill the cliche of the otaku, clearly overweight, pimply, sweaty, and very pale, but also horny.
This is why you need these long brooms with, where you can wipe it in, that has a big handle too, so you don't need to bend. You can just swipe everything in a bucket while standing.
Oh, like a bucket on a stick.
Yeah, those things.
Yeah, I don't know what they're actually called.
Same.
I turned around, startled, to see that a waitress had fallen down and spilled the order she was carrying right onto a customer.
The waitress came along.
Wait, isn't that Shion? Oh, of course, they make you trip because, haha, klutzy girl equals horny.
I didn't read that yet.
Then they have to clean that up and stuff.
Yeah, but I thought they would just drop something without dropping the girl.
They probably tripped her.
I'm so sorry. Your food is,
Oh, what have you done? The jeans that I bought at a certain specialty shop for a whole 1,800 yen, all sticky with frosting. 1,800 yen, that's...
Are we sure that's frosting?
Are the stains inside or outside?
Does it matter at some point?
If I start on the inside, yes. Only inside, bad. So much inside, it went outside, way worse.
They were frosted before.
Mm-hmm. It crunches when he walks.
I think all we did was add the cinnamon love affair to that.
What the hell is that? For somebody who just met with disaster, he seems awfully happy. How tragic. It seems that little Miss Ratus here will have to wipey it up from the bottom of her heart. The conversation suddenly veered off in an odd direction.
Like, this is so not okay.
Hey, what did he say? Wipey. Did he want Shion to wipe him down? Right over that obviously aberrant tent he had pitched over his crotch? I was joking earlier when I said I hope they have security, but I fully mean it. Like,
these cafes absolutely do.
I've never been to a place like Hooters before where the appeal is the appeal, but please tell me that they have security and stuff to make sure that something like this doesn't really happen. Because that's too much, right?
The security, Reina with her hatchet.
Yeah.
I have a feeling that would be very effective though.
And you know the worst thing? That's gonna bring in more customers.
Probably, yeah.
Do you know, this is true, just based on my own experience, do you know how many people get horny when they get scared?
Did you just say this is from my own experience?
Yes. And okay, now
now you kind of have to come with... Do I want to say you have to come with more?
Yes. I've seen people stream horror games before. And the amount of people that join these streams and they inadvertently start talking about how they have the hots for character with a hatchet or weird other murderer person is crazy to me.
Oh, like that.
Like,
okay,
do you remember
but...
like Pyramid Head from Silent Hill?
Yeah.
How? Like, it's a human body, the head's been replaced with a weird pyramid thing, and this thing is carrying a hatchet the size of a person. Like, where do you look at this and go, I want to fuck that? Actually, don't answer that. But
it's the danger. Besides, there's a kink for everything.
Seriously, don't come with more. It's too late. Nah, like, I'm saying it's weird to me because I don't understand it. I don't understand the overlap between like the fandom of these like horror games that don't love it necessarily for like the horror or the survival aspects, you know, people that like being like scared and stuff, but the sheer horniness of it all.
Yeah, but it's the same as people liking this because of the outfit. Just replace the outfit with an X and same thing.
But this isn't scary.
Yeah,
that's a maid outfit, a dragoon maid outfit, but still.
Right, so that kinks for everything. No, but seriously, they definitely do need security.
Yes.
I mean, it's okay if they have perverts in this cafe. That's exactly the crowd they're trying to attract.
Fetishes can be truly grotesque. And,
it absolutely
and also,
can be.
How does that start? Like, do people like this, like go to watch a horror movie? Like, I don't know, one of the Saw movies. Like, I don't want to spoil anything with horror movies, but like, everybody knows about Saw and the appeal of that. Like, you go into the cinema and you watch people being like gruesomely, gory, dismembered, and you go, boing.
I think
seems
that
alien
starts
to me.
as a you can't help it.
I don't know. I would imagine there's like a connection somewhere. I just don't get it. Oh well.
I think you should be glad you don't get it.
I think so, yeah. I'm perfectly fine as well.
But what did that have to do with this again? Oh yeah, Reina with a hatchet.
Yes. Again, it's Evie's fault. As usually, I guess.
But That is... I...
Wipey, 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 wipey. The wipey, wipey chant quickly spread throughout the room. Totally cornered, Shion went pale. She looked over to a more experienced waitress for help, but was only met with a head shaking out of pity.
We should also remember that this girl is like 14? 15?
Don't make me look up the age of consent in Japan in the 80s again, because we don't want to repeat the answer.
True.
I'm happy I don't understand sex drive at all. Fair. Remember folks, don't harass servers, no matter how their dress is not part of their job. Yes, exactly. Yes, waitress?
Sonozaki-san was tripped. Customers who do that to purposely get their clothes dirty have been on the rise lately.
Purposely.
Purposely, that's what I've been saying.
Do you also say tortoise?
Yeah.
Not tortoise, a tortoise. So you're saying she was tripped? And what happened just now wasn't an accident. It was on purpose. Sorry, purpose.
The regular girls are careful about it, so they definitely won't end up like that. But Sonozaki-san is only a seasonal hire, so she had her guard down. The customers today could easily pick up on that, so she's been targeted since this morning.
What's the manager doing? You just kick those fucks out.
We're in the service industry, so there's not much we can do about it.
Yes, kick out every single person that does shit like that.
Yeah, but at this... I want to say at this time this was completely normal. And in some places this probably still is completely normal as well. But if Keiichi now wants to make up to Shion for what she did, he now gets up and goes, "I'll wipey for you."
I don't want to read those lines.
Yeah, but that will stop this shit. All he needs to do is take over from Shion.
Here's what I would do, because...
that dude will start wipeying himself.
Yeah, he's gonna excuse himself and go to the bathroom for... I want to say like 15 minutes, but based on what we've seen, like read from them, it's like more like 30 seconds. Because I want to avoid me having to go wipey, I think I would take like a steak knife along, something like that. And just accidentally drop that between his legs. Not to hurt him, just to startle.
Just hold it and go like, oh, you're good yourself right now.
Let me scrape that off real quick. You mean wipe the smile from their faces, right?
Yeah, of course. Right? Totally.
She laughed as she said that in a resigned tone. Shion trembled uncontrollably with a dishcloth in her hand as she turned bright red. The man who had been doused in frosting splayed out on the bench, putting the cream-covered tent over his crotch on full display. I fully understand that there are people like this, but to be this horny, to do this in front of everybody. I didn't write the plot like that. I'm just reading. Still mentally unprepared, her trembling hand inched forward, goaded on by onlookers.
Come.
You're chanting that wrong.
I thought goaded on by onlookers. I thought it was the...
I think you went with the adults only version.
Oh,
Come. It's the time for wipey. From my male point of view, it might have been a ridiculous spectacle I could just smile wryly at, but from a woman's point of view, this was obviously pure humiliation.
From any point of view, this is...
Dude, for real? Nailing the 80s sexism really well there in this game. When I was trapped by those fucks and had been paralyzed with fear, Shion fearlessly stood up to them and saved me. Still, as humiliating as it was, Shion was also partly to blame for this. And it wasn't as though her life was at stake, right?
Why are you victim shaming? She is not to blame for them targeting her.
Should she allow her... No, sorry. That is the worst way to phrase this, and that's completely wrong. Should she be put in a situation where she is sexually assaulted by a group of guys in front of all of this with like colleagues and stuff because somebody made... No. The answer is no.
Different times.
Even these guys, they were just going to jeer at her in a bit of a lewd situation. It's not like we were going to eat she alive or anything. Would it be alright if I just console her afterwards? Right now, Keiichi is the single worst main character in any game I've ever played. Like, no.
That is the wimp way.
Like the shit you tell yourself to not step up. Like, I get that, but that's like, no. Don't like it.
Even I was scared. But Kei-chan was in trouble, so... I had to be brave and do my best.
It hurts to read this. When I, a man, was being assailed by 3 thugs while paralyzed with fear, Shion saved me without a second thought. What about now? These sleazy, filthy degenerates were trying to pin the blame on Shion. This time our roles were reversed. Hey, Keiichi Maebara? If you don't save her now, when will you be able to repay the debt you owe her?
Okay, some sense is starting to kick in.
You scared, Keiichi Maebara? At that time, Mion didn't even show a hint of hesitation. Then what about now? I'm not hesitating. Then what? If you're not hesitating, then why aren't you helping her? Better, but the fact that he only does it to repay the debt? Ultimately doing the right thing for the wrong reason, if you ask me. But no, resign yourself to your fate. Shut up, you greasy fat ass! Get out of here before I get angry! I grasped Shion's shoulder firmly and pulled her behind me.
Kei-chan!
Yonder waitress was the one who wet my pants! The one who needs punishing is you. Enough with the empty words. If you're a man, talk to me with your fists.
Dot! Smash! Oh?
My body was lifted into the air like nothing. I was thrown right back into my own seat. This guy is strong. No matter how you look at it, Athletic and this Lardo aren't even in the same area code. Many otaku are unexpectedly well versed in some obscure martial art. Don't be underestimating us. It's funny because if you think about it, which guy hasn't watched at least one martial arts movie and went like, I can do that?
I'm Goku.
Basically, I always had that with Jackie Chan movies. I always thought I knew Kung Fu after that. Spoilers, I don't. The man smirked, showing off his gum line. So wait, he did the...
No, some if they like laugh.
Did he... Yeah, but the gun line, like...
Yeah, not everyone has...
Not everyone has what?
Some people when they laugh, you see their guns.
Oh yeah, like really like...
Yeah.
How do you call that? Like low teeth or high? I don't know. But that.
Kei-chan, are you okay?
Damn it. How lame must I look right now? You were tripped, weren't you, Shion? They are the ones in the wrong here, so don't let them take advantage of you. Underbite, usually.
No, that doesn't necessarily come with an underbite.
Usually.
I want to say not even usually. Like an underbite is something else.
I have a bit of an underbite. Like my teeth are on like lined up or like slightly back.
That may be, but it was still my fault.
You were being tripped. Get out of that headspace. Be angry, not like this. Whoa! One more time. Let's do it!
Snap, tut, crash!
Don't you go thinking that this is enough to make me give up. One more time.
Is he being beat up?
I think he is the one doing the beating, but right now I'm not sure either.
I have no clue. Whack, snap, tongue!
You old dog. I'm not done yet! The speed lines, the hair turns yellow, goes spiky and upwards. Rise my will to fight. Not just running, I planted every one of my steps firmly as I closed the distance to the large ball. Each time I ripped my foot off the floor, I could feel my burning spirit flare up from the point of impact. Why do I think Mion is going to appear in a second? And end the Lard Ball's entire career.
I kind of hope that will happen, but...
Or will Shion snap into her like killer mentality again because she's now defending Keiichi, defending her?
Well, at this point, the owner of the cafe should step in.
He should just throw him out the window if you ask me. Mion decapitation arc, and like swing, and then you see the head slowly like slide off. Zawaudo. I love the effect every single time.
And I'm afraid.
That's what I have to go for now. How dare you, Dark Lord. Have a wonderful rest of your Sunday and a great start into the week. Thank you for being.
Everything you said. Hope to see you soon.
Everything slowed down like I was walking underwater. As I stepped forward in that viscous flow of time, I calmly measured the gap between us. With our difference in height, reach was my ultimate advantage. There was an ever so tiny distance between us where only my punch would be able to reach. I unleashed my iron fist of righteous anger, but it flew towards his face slowly like I was punching underwater. Reacting to that, with a smirk on his face, the fat so easily slipped inside of my punch. I hadn't realized it until now, but in this mired time I was able to observe his baffling counterattack with almost painful clarity. His arm slowly swung around in a large windmill motion, wrapped around my whiffed punch and descended in an arc. That arm swung around like the arms of a clock and came into contact with my head, twisting my upper body around. Dragging my head along, he followed through with another rotation. This time he rotated his entire body like a top, followed by another rotation. Is that the Zangief?
Suddenly we're in Zangief mode.
That's a lariat.
It's like when you try to get up but you can't because it keeps fucking rotating.
Keeps spamming all 3 punch moves and Zangief goes ho 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 ho. Yeah.
Got D&D, so catch the rest on fought. Cool cats and cookie crooks. Cool cats and cookie crooks.
I want to be a cookie crook.
You can be a cookie crook.
Or a cool cookie.
Have fun with your D&D crew.
I wish you all the net 20s you can hold.
All of them. Every single time.
Combining defense and offense. It was a brilliant counter. That's right, 3 times. I was thrown after 3 rotations, I think. In this viscous region of time, I was unable to struggle and I could only wait dumbstruck until the moment I was thrown. The moment I was, the sluggish temporal anomaly abruptly ended.
Crash!
Nothing personnel, kid. As he teleports behind you.
Give me cookies. No. I wish we had cookies.
Okay, listen. The best I can do, Evie, is do the following. Open an incognito browser window on your computer. Open the stream again. And then, because it's incognito
you
mode,
get basis cookies.
Twitch will ask you if you want to allow cookies for Twitch. I can't give you actual cookies, but I can give you internet cookies.
We don't want Bezos cookie.
I know, it's not the same. You like training, young man? I was loath to admit it, but against somebody trained in martial arts, I couldn't win through force of will alone. You are now hated with Evie. I tried.
It was pretty bad.
I'd rather you hate me for my effort to try than love me for my inaction. There. Doesn't change anything, but now I feel better with myself. After my consciousness faded in a wave of dizziness, when I came to, I was lying down in my own seat.
Thankfully, you weren't injured.
The more experienced waitress from before wiped the sweat from my brow with a towel. Wipey. No.
Wipey.
I also get a bit sweaty everywhere. That's disgusting. While she was doing that, a red-faced and teary-eyed Shion trudged over.
Are you okay? Doing that all for my sake? I'm sorry.
I'm sorry too. I wasn't much help. I've never won a fight before.
No, you just trying to help me make me happy. I'm not joking. It's just that I was thinking that it was lucky Kei-chan came here today.
As she said that, she stuck her tongue out teasingly. She wiped off the cream with a washcloth she was holding in her hands.
Sonozaki-san, you can take your break now. You still have 1 or 2 hours left, don't you?
I feel like after that she deserves the rest of the afternoon off.
Where is everyone in the cafe? No, it's fine. Even though it's just part-time, it's still a paying job. I want to work properly while I'm on the clock. So really, you don't have to worry about me.
She couldn't even put up a brave front. I would never even think for a second that Mion could be that weak. That weak?
I'm slightly confused here.
Vulnerable, yes. Weak, no. This was Shion and she had been harassed by some unreasonable riffraff. That was reality.
And where is the riffraff? Kei-chan, don't mind me. Please eat as much dessert as you can.
So you've just been beaten to the point of losing consciousness, even if just for a moment. Don't mind me, just ignore all of this.
When you're done, we'll have you fill out a survey. Well then, I've got to get back to the floor.
After some consoling words and a sympathetic smile to Shion, the other waitress started to head back to work. That's where I stopped her. Excuse me? Could I borrow your phone?
The phone? It's by the register. I'll show you where.
Anime logic, you can knock someone out without lasting injuries. I mean, yeah, I guess, but...
But I want to know what happened.
I want to say, I've sustained multiple concussions in my early life, which explains things, maybe, but that's not the point right now. And I remember once, like, I was standing, we went shopping, and like we were waiting for the bus, my parents and me. And I was just standing there, and some asshole like starts, like I just see him running like up the hill towards the bus stop. And I'm like, the bus isn't coming yet, but you know, people are running for buses. Ain't nothing weird about that. So the guy keeps running, and like he gets closer and closer, and like he's directly running towards me. And he keeps running, and then the last thing I remember is him like my nose touching like his chest. I don't know what happened. The guy basically ran through me. To this day, I don't know why. I got knocked back, hit my head, and then I remember my parents like picking me up and like, hey, are you okay? I was like, yeah, I must have been out for like a second or two. And having this super pounding headache because, you know,
there's weird
all of this.
people out there.
I would not be wanting to eat cake right now. In that moment.
I would still eat cake.
I had the mother of all headaches. I did not want anything.
You underestimate my feeling of hunger 24/7.
And before Hinamizawa mob arrives to lynch otakus. Justified. I pulled a 10 yen coin from my wallet. This wasn't about saving face. My being a worthless coward was an unchangeable fact, but I could just cry myself to sleep about that later tonight. Now was not the time for tears. I had to fight. If I recall, one ticket is good for up to 4 people, right?
But he doesn't have a ticket.
What are you doing?
I'm sitting straight and checking if the microphone doesn't move while I do so.
I hope it didn't. If I recall correctly, one ticket is good for up to 4 people, right? Is it alright if I call over 3 more people?
Yes, that's fine. For the time being, I'll write them down on the guest list. Could I have their names?
I turned around and glared at the greasy hooligan who subjected Shion to that humiliation.
Oh, he's still there.
He's getting back up. There are 3 things that aren't working in your favor today, punk. The first is that I owe Shion. The second is that I'm a man who's not afraid to throw away his pride to win. And the third is that we are the most powerful club members in history. Please add Reina Ryugu, Satoko Hojo, and Rika Furude to the guest list.
Understood. I'll do that.
I'll have the best and most powerful club members join the fray. They can bring down 1,000 foes. You fat asses! Prepare to meet your maker!
This is a nice restaurant. Oh, the uniforms are cute. Reina wants to wear them too. Aww. On top of that, we're being treated to dessert. I'm deeply moved.
Yeah, eat as much as you like. Don't worry about my share.
Keiichi-san, enough with the charades. Let's get to the point.
Let's get down to business, to defeat the otakus. Beautiful. Reina and Rika-chan put down their forks when Satoko broached the subject. After looking at them for a few moments, I pressed my forehead firmly into the table. I beg of you. I don't care if you make fun of how pathetic I am. Please lend me your strength. The 3 of them seemed surprised by the sudden turn of events, but nevertheless listened to what I had to say without making fun of my unusual behavior.
What's the matter? Something happened, didn't it?
Actually, Mion's younger sister Shion is working part-time at this restaurant.
Ah, that little sister you were talking about, right? Could it be her? Could it? She resembles her. Resemble? That's just Mion with her hair down, isn't it?
I didn't know what to say.
If Keiichi says that's Shion, then that's Shion.
Rika is the only one with tact here.
They might be twins, but can they really look that much alike?
Yes, they can.
They're called monozygotic twins.
Monozygotic.
I said that.
Can I have again what you actually said? Because
I don't even know. They really can look identical.
Reina gave the most plausible explanation, so everybody else was convinced. Well, do you believe me? I'll get to the point then. I recounted everything that had just happened. How Shion was targeted, how she was antagonized by the customers, and the humiliation that was forced upon her. Also, how incredibly pathetic I was. I included everything without trying to hide it.
That's awful. Poor Shion. However, for you to be unable to help her, there should be a limit to how unsightly you can be.
Keiichi fails to account for one thing. Which one? There's nothing I can say to that.
Satoko-chan, to admit that you lost and to seek help is a very difficult thing to do. Keiichi-kun chose to help Shion rather than save his pride.
These sickos are gonna enjoy getting wrecked by Reina and the little girls. Oh my god, you're right. For them, it's not like a, oh my god, I'm gonna change my ways. For them, it's like
a reward.
New fetish unlocked.
Yeah.
It's like they hear the achievement ding, and like a little light bulb goes up and like achievement unlocked. You're into being dominated.
By little girls.
By little girls. No, it's fine, Tifa. In my anime, she's actually a 6,000-year-old dragon. She chooses to look like a 12-year-old girl.
So pathetic.
Reina's follow-up stung a bit, but I could only be thankful she understood. Satoko was calling me all sorts of names, but there were no malign intentions behind her words.
Then what should we do?
Her voice was monotone, but there was a hint of resolve in her words. I replied to Rika-chan's suggestive silence and kind with my own quiet resolve.
Well, I thought it would be something like that. It's a bit much for Keiichi-chan to handle alone.
Huh? Then you'll help.
Of course, Keiichi-kun.
I brought my hatchet.
We'll help anybody who's being bullied.
I remembered when I was cornered by those thugs. What Shion had said about the strong feelings of solidarity in Hinamizawa really began to hit home. However, Keiichi Maebara, now is not the time to get choked up with tears of gratitude. Now is the time to fight.
Yeah, X goes here.
Yeah. The only solution is to use the hatchet to sever the tentpoles. Yes.
That
Sorry.
seems like the best way to go for it.
Sorry. I owe you one.
You tried your best, but didn't stand a chance alone. How sad. How sad.
Also, this is true, and it's more like a life advice kind of thing versus how to destroy somebody's life. The worst damage you can do with a sharp blade in the nether region is not actually the dangly bits. It's the veins near the thighs. Like, that's like one of the main veins where your blood pumps through. If that gets nicked, even just accidentally, you can bleed out super fast.
Yeah, but the question is, do you want to inflict damage and pain or death and fast?
I think delivering an impromptu castration might have the same, let's call it a side effect. I think they're just gonna go for the scaring them a bit, but yes, watch out if you ever for some reason have like an accident or something and you cut yourself near the thighs, get a doctor.
Also, not you can tell when you nick a main artery. Don't worry.
Yeah, but get a doctor as soon as you can. Rika-chan gently pat my head for me, but there was no mindless pity in the palm of that hand. Jack and Tifa murder tips number 6. Go for the veins near the thighs.
No, not mine. Leave me out of there. Just Jack.
I'm telling you this so that you can be aware that there's a place on your body where you don't necessarily think, oh, I've been cut in my legs, it's not that bad, it's gonna stop bleeding. No, it won't. That's why.
If you think it's not that bad, I'm gonna stop bleeding, you didn't get hit with a main artery.
I don't know what people go for.
Do you know how much blood will start coming if you...
Thankfully, I've only ever seen this in movies and shows.
Like,
so no.
There's not drops of blood coming out if you nick a main artery. Like a band-aid won't cut it.
I like how I wanted to disperse a wisdom for people that weren't aware, and you have to make fun of me.
I'm sorry.
Plausible deniability, my favorite defense. Exactly. Fine, I'll stop. I only meant to make the world better.
Oh wait, can you repeat murder tip number 5?
Don't get between Tifa and her food?
I think that should be 1.
That is 1 through 5. It was overflowing with a strong, dependable feeling of leave the rest to us.
But what are they gonna do though?
Mion can't join us due to various circumstances, so I'll temporarily be taking command. Our strategy will revolve around Shion's defense and the extermination of the enemy's combat capability.
Who's the enemy? Are there a lot of them?
From this point forward, anybody who messes with Shion shall be considered an enemy combatant. There are no rules for engagement. Compensation will be the dessert you just ate. Any questions?
Wait, only one? One dessert?
But you can have infinite.
Yeah, but he just said compensation
He
will
has
be
to
that
give
one
something.
dessert.
He has to give something. Everybody had already entered club mode, their eyes peering at the riffraff, clamoring around inside the restaurant like predators stalking their prey from the darkness. Rika-chan held up her hand. What is it, Rika-chan?
Do we have to show mercy?
Of course we don't have to.
No prisoners.
We have no need to show mercy to the rebel that would dare lay a finger on Mion's little sister.
Then it's okay, Keiichi.
Rika-chan was serious. She was really ready to pretty much murder someone. Oh, Keiichi, you sweet innocent summer child. I'm counting on you, Rika-chan. I, Keiichi Maebara, shall assume all responsibility. Rout them.
Alrighty. Reina's going to do her best too.
Sorry. Please do.
Keiichi-san, you don't have to be so tense. Well, just wait and see. By the time you finish that parfait, we'll have finished cleaning up too.
Also, at what point do you just grab your glass and smash it in his hand?
Take your glass, smash the tip against the side of the table, and then just stab him in the throat. Don't do that.
Well then, everyone. Let's give it our all. Go for it! Yay!
Fighter!
Yay!
Yay! Murder! Thus, the most powerful warband the world had ever known, trained by Mion, began to move. I was the oldest, the only boy, and behaved like a leader. But when you consider our club activities, I was by far the most junior member. Individually, everyone besides me had terrifying combat capabilities. In all of them combined their strengths to protect Shion. If all of them, I couldn't even imagine. I was probably about to witness something terrible and awe-inspiring. In a biblical sense, you know.
Tsunosaki-san, 5 deluxe parfaits for table 7. Sure thing.
Shion carried the order to the tables. For Shion to carry all 5 parfaits without wobbling took so much effort that she didn't have the breathing room to pay attention to her feet. Comrades, here she comes yet again.
This time we'll have her spill everything on my pants and have her given especially thorough wipey.
It was the same wipey scheme that had occurred just a short time earlier. This time another one of them was trying it out for himself. The very depravity of these men was itself a full-out attack. Reina, this is Keiichi. Ambush him around tables 5 and 6. Reina, do you copy?
The restaurant's uniforms, so cute. I want to take them home.
Shion, her bottom swaying while carrying the parfaits, was being chased by an equally swaying Reina. I can just picture that and like... She was supposed to be escorting Shion, but Reina was instead transfixed by the back of her uniform. Just say she was staring at her ass. From a normal person's point of view, it was probably like having a fox guard a henhouse. But when it comes to Reina, things are different. Cute mode, 120% synchronization. We've won.
When Reina's in that state, even the laws of physics don't apply.
Shion's legs, unsteady and defenseless, were being targeted by those sleazebags. No, my comrades. Whoa! Okay.
This one is yours.
No.
You can do the accent.
That is the other otaku, and you're going to read that line. Really? I know it doesn't have the same gravitas as it does to a German person, but still.
Also, like, the whole line seems so random. Totally forgot about this. Heil mein Führer, shining Lucifer of the Harumi Mecca.
If any of our neighbors heard that.
Oh yeah, maybe I should have done it a bit softer.
I'm not
Suddenly they hear everything.
I'm not even joking. I'm pretty sure saying that in front of like police can get you booked. And rightfully so.
I am. Well, if you do it in front of police, you're definitely provoking.
No, I think that's illegal.
Can you actually? I'm not even gonna Google
Tifa,
that.
I will not Google Nazi things to say.
Hey,
to
even
get
I
into
said
jail.
I'm not gonna Google that.
A leg snaked out to trip Shion's defenseless feet. Egats! 3 of them at once! I wasn't expecting to get you guys arrested. No, I think part of you maybe did.
At some point, like the camera starts shaking and gets overthrown because of the FBI just storming in there.
It was Ryushiki's fault. Yeah. Listen, I fully believe that if you say this unironically, you should be put on an island and just left out there to rot. It's clearly shown to show you that the people we are fighting are pieces of shit and they deserve whatever is coming to them.
Tap, tap, tap.
It happened in an instant. The 3 fools writhed in pain as their legs bent at unnatural angles. What is this madness? Reina teetered into view and gave him a warning?
No mischief, okay?
No means no. No.
Reina is going to be the one to take her home.
You can't sexually assault the waitress. I want to do that. Is what she's saying.
No, Reina just said she's taking her home.
Yeah.
That's all. Jack heroically made Tifa say it to protect himself.
Maybe. I think the sexual harassment earlier showed it clearly. Yeah, but for some reason, like, Ryukishi decided, let's add another level on top. In case the sexual harassment wasn't enough. This girl with a strange technique. The human scum clutched at their bruised ankles as they passed out.
That's Reina-san. No matter how many times I see it, it's always frighteningly quick.
Yeah, it's an unbreakable barrier. Anyone within a 2-meter radius who attacks Shion is completely obliterated by Reina. That's about 6 feet. As Shion was making her rounds through the restaurant, there were people here and there collapsing with welts on their legs or hands.
Keiichi-kun, this is Reina. There's nobody left that will bother Shijan. So I'm going to take her home now.
And when she goes full Bowser, just like grabs her,
Like a
puts her
potato
over the
sack.
shoulder and just leaves. She doesn't even run off, she just casually walks out. Reina, this is Keiichi. Good work. Please continue the mission. Also, permission to take home denied. I repeat, permission to take home denied.
Then I'll just look.
I guess just looking is fine. That wouldn't prevent her from guarding Shion, so I guess it's okay. Anyway, thanks to this, I knew who had tried to mess with Shion. Anybody who was clutching at their arm or leg while they were writhing in agony was basically branded by their bruises.
Probably the entire cafe.
Currently, we have finished identifying all enemy forces. Proceeding to the next phase. Satoko, this is Keiichi. What's your status?
This is Satoko. That's a rude way to ask. Keiichi-san, exactly who do you think I am?
Satoko was in the kitchen. She had spread open a sketch of a restaurant on the counter, replete with ordered chits and the destinations, and was now sorting through the freshly made desserts.
Hey, what are you doing? No. Sonozaki-san, it's alright, just leave it to her. More importantly, we're taking all these orders out at once, so I'm counting on you.
Wait, everybody is cool with this girl just
Sabotaging.
taking over the restaurant?
If she's gonna sabotage the food, well, there goes their license.
Put some razor blades in it. The veteran waitress was briskly directing her juniors as the trays went out one after another. All the desserts that had passed through Satoko's hands were delivered at once.
Lots of cute desserts are coming.
I think you know this, but don't touch them. At least if you still value your life.
I know, but...
Certainly, they were all incredibly cute-looking desserts. They were all works of art that you could enjoy before even taking your first bite. However, since Satoko had meddled with them, they were nothing more than an unpredictable danger. Blissfully ignorant of that fact were the men now stuffing their faces.
This is... Oh.
Almost right away they realized that something was wrong. Satoko, what did you mix in there? It couldn't have been salt or Tabasco, right?
Laxatives.
My, what are you saying, Keiichi-san? You said no mercy. I might not look like it, but when I get down to business, I like to be very thorough.
When I get down to business, I do like to defeat the Huns.
It's kind of the same situation.
As she said that, she twirled a dubious file in her fingers before putting it away smartly into her pouch.
Oh, the evil... filing your fingers
No.
while you talk about
First
your
of all,
plan.
that hand
is that not
motion,
the same?
this is not a file, Tifa.
Yes, it is.
Not this close to your mouth. You did it, not me. I mean, I just copied it, but... No,
You make out of it what you do. That is on you.
not a nail file, but a file, as in liquids.
Oh,
She drugged
a
them.
file.
Yeah.
Eureka, this is Satoko. The customers are moving. Escort duty is all yours.
Leave it to me.
Come to think of it, I didn't see Rika-chan anywhere. Where could she be lurking?
Clatter, clatter.
Several men stood up suddenly from their seats, surveying the restaurant for something.
Laxatives.
That restless fidgeting. And that look of relief when they found the single placard hanging from the ceiling. Written on that placard was the word restroom. They began a mad rush in that direction. It wasn't just one or two people. All the people that were branded as the enemy were standing up from their seats while clutching at their stomachs. Ugh! I think I was a little too greedy. Where's the washroom?
Mewtwo. Not a Nyamber 1, but a Nyamber 2.
Mewtwo? Really? Really though? You knew what you did there.
I need to cash out. Meow.
Where's the toilet? I found it! You're in for it now!
Well,
Good one. I felt dirty just thinking about what Satoko probably did to their desserts. Otaku predicted Pokemon in 1983. Yes. The
we were inspired by them.
If Higurashi hadn't have. The problem was how to follow this up. I was intrigued, so I followed the rush of men to the washroom. There is no level of curiosity I could attain to willingly follow a group of like 20 unwashed otakus that fulfill all the cliches into the restrooms while they are about to shit themselves.
I absolutely would.
That's the difference between us.
Two types of people.
Yeah. It takes all kinds. The narrow hallway connecting the restroom was crammed with about 10 men.
What is this?
Oh my god, Tifa. Yeah.
These people deserve some suffering. So it is even sweeter if you are there to witness the suffering.
I don't need to be in witnessing range to like get...
If this was a random group of people all clenching their buttholes, running to the toilet, then no, I would not.
That was amazing. I didn't expect it from even you. I cackled.
No, but even that, I would not. But in this case, this is the punishment we have worked for. You want to witness it.
Tifa, I think shit...
You want to bask in the smell of your victory.
Tifa would stand in the middle of his room listening to all of them shitting their guts out, and then she would do this. She would just stand there and then she would do this.
No, that's true.
I think you would.
Even better.
What do you mean better?
Get like a jar. Just an empty jar and just do the like, close it so that whenever you feel like you're forgetting this moment, you can open the jar and get reminded of this moment of victory.
Hey, Shion, I've got a gift for you. It's an empty jar, Keiichi. Open it.
It is the smell of winning. It's the smell of utter defeat.
You could therefore say that now we are the shit.
Yeah.
I feel like I need to take a shower. Like, but not a shower, like an emotional shower. And I don't know how to do that.
Oh, 2 jars, so 1 we can hand to Shion.
Yeah, 1 to keep for ourselves.
Yeah, of course.
Oh my god, I think I know what Rika did.
She closed all the stalls.
No, she removed the toilet paper.
That's even better, but I'm quite sure the stalls are closed, except for that one, obviously, that looks open, but it's not open.
She broke the door off of the thing. So if you go, everybody gets to watch you.
I mean, that could... Also, at this point, if I was in their situation and I had the shits this bad and all of the stalls were blocked...
I don't know where this line is going, I'm sorry in advance.
You'd go for the pisser on the wall, wouldn't you? What's that thing called?
A pissoir.
Pissoir.
Or a urinal.
I like how they wanted to make those things seem fancy. I never get why they still have those.
I'm just gonna say, I didn't even see the urinal. I thought Tifa was going to go for the sink.
I mean, if you're desperate, the sink too, but I would say the pissoir would be your first choice.
I think urinal is the nicer word to use.
Probably, yeah.
As I peered over to see what was happening, whoa! It seemed that the toilet was clogged and backflowing, unleashing a loud gurgling sound and a terrible stench. There was no way to use it in this state.
That's even worse.
Damn that Satoko. What a frightening display of power. No, this wasn't Satoko's doing. It was divine punishment. Yeah, they were just unlucky. I'll just apologetically ask one of the employees here to clean it up.
I can't do my business like this.
What do we do, meow, comrades? It was a brilliant combination of traps, but it would be better if there were one more push to the kicker. Seeing as it was Satoko, she wouldn't have overlooked that.
Meow, that it's come to this. It's time for the last resort.
Faced with the moral dilemma, that man only had one other option. Women's restroom. Isn't using the girls' room going to get us in more trouble?
I'm pretty sure there's no female customers today. Have they not seen the 3 girls that kick their asses?
No, they haven't.
Oh, why didn't I think of that before?
Before. That's the cat guy again.
Yeah.
Women's toilet seats are the best! What a brazen bunch they are! The men, sweat now pouring from their brows, made a mad rush to the girls' room without any hesitation.
Meep? No!
There was a girl there. It was Rika-chan. The men stood there, frozen in various complicated poses indicating their surprise. Rika-chan also seemed dumbfounded by the sudden turn of events. But the look on her face was strangely perfect.
If you wanna be an absolute ass right now, you just go up to one from behind and do the...
What?
Just make it worse and move the butt. The only thing that's stopping them is them clenching for the love of all that is life.
Why would you touch the otaku's butt?
I mean, you do have to do that, yes.
Because...
It's all in.
First of all, yeah, I think that's the perfect statement here. Bruh. But also... Okay, I see the sheer evil of that.
I didn't say it's something anyone wants to do.
But, get it? But, you'll be in direct line of fire.
Yeah, that is true. You have a point there.
I don't think... Let's put it like this. I don't think anybody wants Tifa as their enemy. Because she doesn't know when to stop.
That's very true.
This was all part of a plan as well. You sly dog, Rika-chan. I should never underestimate you.
Also, at this point, would you really care? Like, this is a matter of life and death. Like, I will go into that bathroom. And I will go to the toilet.
I would have already shat myself on the way, I guess.
That is also very...
This, you see, mademoiselle.
Meep? The men's room is a bit dangerous at the moment, so we just want to borrow the toilet here, right? Meow. Meow.
Meep?
Meep? But I guess it's not right after all, right, my comrades?
Just by having a girl stand there in the restroom, I never knew it could put up such an overwhelming barrier. Meep, meep, motherfucker, yes. But in the softest, like most composed voice. Meep, meep, motherfucker. There was no way anybody could be brave enough to lift Rika-chan out of her way to try and do their business. This was the most they could do after all. If it were a man in full club mode, for example, someone like me, they would plow through Rika-chan without a second thought. Now what are you going to do, you fat asses? The price for tormenting Shion still hasn't been paid.
If you're in trouble, I can help you.
That would be much appreciated. How would you do that?
You can use one of the toilets outside. I'll show you to them. That would be perfect! Paris! Paris!
Also, real quick, I didn't know this was also a zero escape game, because why is Sigma in here? It must be a different reality. No?
I get it. At this rate, I'll end up becoming Group Enema Parade!
Rika-chan, with a pleasant smile on her face, guided them with a casual stride in her step.
All they needed to do now was turn around and still go in.
In this race against time, her slow pace was sadistic torture. Mademoiselle, is this toilet far from here?
We'll get there soon.
Obeying Rika-chan's directions, they were about to leave the restaurant.
Keiichi-kun, finish it. Give them hell!
Yeah, leave it to me. I spread my arms out and blocked them as they tried to leave the restaurant.
What is the meaning of this? We're at DEFCON 1 here!
Isn't it Defecate Con 1? It needs more work. Listen up, you tubs of lard. You know what happens if you even set 1 foot outside this door, right?
What is the meaning of this preposterous statement? Look, It's written right here on the ticket. Not valid for re-entry. See?
You're free to use any toilet you want, but the moment you step outside that door, you can't come back.
That's what you get, you piece of shit.
Boom! There you go.
You'll remember this!
I don't want to guide anybody who says scary things like that.
Everybody panicked as Rika-chan began to turn back. They could only figuratively and literally fall in line. All the waitresses also lined up to see them off.
Thank you very much for coming.
We shall return!
Clang, clang.
The bell rang playfully as the door shut behind them.
How pathetic. Too easy.
We did it! Yay!
Also, if this happened in real life, I'm pretty sure at least one of them would have lost control over their bowels and just shat himself in the middle of a restaurant.
I was waiting for it. You don't stop. Laxatives.
And then the problem is somebody has to clean that up. I fully get it. I love the evilness of it all. But there is a high chance that one of the staff members needs to clean up the mess.
The dripping out of their pants sleeves.
Legs.
Or off their legs.
Sleeves on my arms. That's the legs.
Yeah, leg sleeves.
I think that
Pants
would have ruined
sleeves.
everyone's day. Yeah.
Probably, but seeing how it comes from revenge, maybe not.
Yeah. But still. Rena and Satoko clapped their hands together. Whew. I couldn't hold a candle to those guys by myself, but when we get the group together, we send them packing like a herd of cattle.
With opponents this week, any of us could have taken them on by ourselves. Keiichi-san, you need to top up your game.
Yeah, just poison people. I was loath to admit it, but Satoko was right. Damn it. In my headcanon, they all shat their pants.
They probably
outside.
did.
One day I'll be strong enough to be worthy to stand alongside them. Yeah! Hello, Mommy.
How are you doing? But I'm really glad we were able to protect Michan's little sister. Now there's none of those bad people who were pulling pranks left.
Sexual harassment is not a prank.
You're blessed to have such wonderful friends, Sonosaki-san.
The veteran waitress was also smiling. After the herd was done packing, it had calmed down completely inside the restaurant. Shion was flustered as she glanced between us and the now empty seats.
You did that? For me? I mean...
Marry me. Shion's expression was somewhere between happy and guilt-ridden. Her face had turned slightly red as she ran into the kitchen.
Oh, Shi-chan is so cute! They really are twins.
Given Shion's personality, there's no way she'd thank us directly. We might have been a bit excessive in our means, but I'm really glad we were able to save her.
I think you know this already, but Sonosaki-san is very grateful.
Anybody would be, I think, but...
As a representative of the floor staff here, I also extend my gratitude.
You did what we couldn't at this establishment.
Glad to hear you're doing well, Mommy.
The applause quickly spread throughout the entire restaurant. Not only the other waitresses, but also the customers that were genuinely there to enjoy the desserts. Everyone was lauding our efforts.
Well, there were still plenty of people left, apparently.
When we had mostly finished eating and were filling out the survey, Rika-chan made her return. Oh, good work! Did everything go alright? You took a while.
I'm sorry. I got lost on the way back. It was a lot of trouble. Rika-chan likes to stray down some pretty strange roads, so she gets lost pretty often.
How did she get lost just guiding people to a nearby toilet?
I thought she didn't.
Does she also kill people in like the alleyways and stuff? Oh my god.
Also, why was she allowed back in?
Because she's cute. Have you seen her? She just stands at the door and then the waitress goes like, I'm sorry, I can't let you in again because of what the ticket says. And then she goes,
Okay, you can come in.
Meep.
Everybody has their strengths and weaknesses. Rika has a lot of strong points that more than make up for that.
I have the biggest weakness of all.
Wishes?
You.
Aww. How cute.
That was a 10 out of
Take
10.
you home?
I can see that. That expression in the girls' room, you're quite the thespian.
We also should find a moment to save around here. Keiichi was being horrible. He was thinking if I were in their shoes, I'd just run her over and rush into the washroom.
What?
That's what any normal person would do, yes.
I'm sorry, but by turning around, like, if there's like this girl that's half my height blocking my entrance there, and I've just been poisoned with laxatives that will make me defecate, there is a reasonable chance in this moment I'm turning around trying to find a toilet and it ends up. I'm not gonna describe it in more detail. The way Tifa said strengths and weaknesses, it sounded like everyone has their twinks and weaknesses.
I mean, also true.
Can also be a strength.
You just called Tifa big and got approval for it. Even I'm impressed. I will take it.
I didn't even consider that part, but nice. Did what I was thinking show up on my face again?
Keiichi-kun was a pervert?
No, I mean... What does that have to do with being a pervert?
If you gotta go, you gotta go.
I could laugh about it then, but a few days later a newspaper headline read 10 unidentified men were taken into custody in Hideyama. Men claim that they had traveled from Shishibone City by foot to find a toilet, but the spot they were taken into custody was kilometers away from Shishibone. When I read that article, I realized how terrifying Rika-chan really was.
I could have done without the article because that's a bit too odd that they managed to walk several kilometers.
Oh, trust me, you're gonna get real fast if you think there's a toilet.
Nah, that article was not necessary. Well, thanks for treating me. I'm happy that you called me here today.
Are you going home already? You can stay a little longer.
No, because she has practice for the Watanagashi.
I was in the middle of organizing some drawers. If I leave it like that, I won't be able to put out the futon.
Ha!
I guess that's true.
Oops, looks like I called her at a bad time.
Yeah. When I phoned her, she was in the middle of cleaning her room.
Oh, just cleaning, okay.
But she still came.
That's really sweet.
That is sweet.
Well, it was an emergency, so it couldn't be helped.
Besides that, I got to eat a lot of sweets, so I'm very happy.
Meep. Thanks for today. Sorry for calling you out suddenly.
Tell Shion I said bye.
I will be taking my leave then. Reina-san, please take your time.
Yeah, I will. Later.
Rika and Satoko in a good mood, horsed around with each other as they left. The power of friendship.
I wish we got to see some of the desserts. But I guess we did on the pictures.
And this is a beautiful moment to end it for today.
I guess now we'll start talking about Mion.
We could.
Yeah, you did.
Almost pressed wrong button.
Almost.
That was a bit of a shit show.
Only a little.
Thankfully, I've never really been big, or my body has never really been big on giving me like diarrhea, unless I caught like a stomach bug or something. But I've had some close calls, and I can tell you I hated that, as
terrifying.
I think everybody does when you're in that situation. So
terrifying.
That's evil. Yeah. Especially if you imagine when they also end up shitting their pants in public. Because we also gotta get home still.
That is even worse.
Like, what do you do once you shed your pants? Are you gonna walk like that into a store to buy new pants?
Well, you don't have a lot of choice.
Yeah, but what store wants you to come in after you shed your pants?
Well, I hope they don't notice yet, would they?
I guess. I bet this wasn't what you were expecting from Higurashi today. No, that's correct.
I did not see that coming, no.
No.
But I am glad it happened.
Most certainly not. But yeah, it was... like... it made sense. I didn't hate it. Yeah. It was... good.
It made sense in all the wrong ways, yes.
As good as these things can be, it was good. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it was.
I generally don't like reading about people having stomach cramps and diarrhea. It all made sense. Yeah.
But yeah.
I'd call it very
good.
Yes.
No, that was actually fun in the way this could be fun.
Yeah, no. I felt very meep today.
Very
I take
meep.
it. I take it, yeah.
Uh,
There was meeping.
I do wonder how we're gonna continue the rest, but we're gonna find out next week.
We're already in episode 5. It's gonna take that turn to the dark at some point soon.
Yeah, but the fact that Reina was now still in the restaurant means we're gonna have a talk. Probably talking about Mion's feelings that we were left hanging on.
Mm-hmm.
Like, this is now the sort of setting for it, isn't it?
Yeah,
I expect that's gonna be the next thing.
I would guess the story is gonna focus on Mion? Because of Shion? I mean,
Well-
when the chapter is called Watanagashi, I expected it to be more about Rika, really. Because of her role in the Watanagashi.
Same.
Being a shrine maiden and stuff, but...
I thought it would be
As long
more
as we learn
about the history of the city. But that's not
Yeah,
really the case
all
so
that.
far.
I fully expected that we go into like the 18th century or something, and then like in 1742 in Watanagashi town, there was oyashiro-sama and stuff. Something
That
like
I didn't think, but yeah, I guess. Well, we're
Oh,
gonna
wow.
find out next week.
We've learned things today.
On Tuesday for now, we're gonna be back with Mario.
Wonder.
And then you can do the...
Who
Which
the
is
fuck
gonna
wants
be
to read
Wonder.
that? I fully expected more world building. You know, with the tips in chapter 1 sometimes being stuff like old newspaper articles and stuff. I fully figured, okay, the next chapter is gonna be delving into the backstory of it all. Like, I don't know, maybe focusing on one of the founding families of Hinamizawa. Maybe the Sonozakis, I don't know.
That could still happen though.
I wonder if every chapter is just going to be a different variation of the life of Keiichi Maebara in Hinamizawa up until his death.
Well, we're still gonna find out.
And I guess ultimately the question whether he actually died. Maybe that police report in the end was a fake. Or maybe it wasn't. We will learn
Or
at some
it has
point.
nothing to do with this chapter.
Or maybe the game is going to end completely open-ended without answering any questions.
Nah, there's gonna be some answers.
I will scream then.
Maybe not everything, but some.
Let's see about that. Tifa, do you still have any nuggets of wisdom to disperse for this week?
No nuggets of wisdom. Pressing the button so that we can
Thank
return
you,
on Tuesday.
everybody, for hanging out with us. And with Higurashi, you'll be back on Tuesday with Super Mario Bros. Wonder. We'll see you then. Bye!